I got me out. Guys, let's fit again. This is a bit of a while now, what? 2-3 months? It's Halloween.
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah. Friendly neighbourhood monster.
Lucas Chapel, as always.
Chappelle.
El Chapel.
So we've been out here in the woods filming some bits, doing a little bit for my video, we're taking some photos and stuff. We thought while we're here, we're going to record an intro. So basically on today's show, or this episode, or whatever you want to call it, we've got some good stuff for y'all.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, we've got some good stuff for them. There's a reason why the three of us are wearing the face masks. We've got the fucking Krugers coming. Is it? What?
The Krugers? No, it's the Michaels! The Michaels! The Michaels are coming, man!
The Chuckies. No, we aren't.
No.
We've got the fucking Jasons. I promise you
Fucking
these.
Jasons!
Fucking time.
Jasons!
We've got the fucking Jasons finally. And yeah, so we're going to have an interview with the Jasons.
Yeah!
At the end, they're going to be playing us a couple of songs. They've got a little surprise for us. A Ramones cover. That's going to be fucking brilliant. Plus playing one of their own tunes as well acoustically. That's badass. We've got Drew Blood.
We've got Drew Blood, formerly of Army of Walking Corpses.
We'll get into that later on.
Yep.
Because we've got the news and reviews. And,
all the news on the
Drew got
horror
in touch
scene
with
over
us.
here.
And he wants to get some stuff off his chest.
He wants to drop a pipe bomb on. He's
Yeah.
wanted to do it for months, and he's going to finally do it tonight.
So he's going to do it tonight, you know what I mean? And so...
And what he's wanted to do has been a thing he's wanted to do before he left Army. This has been a thing he's wanted to do for a long time.
So this could be a bit
Drew's had this on his
controversial.
chest for months.
It could be a bit on the edge.
We don't know what he's going to
We're
say
not
either.
taking no one's side.
We're a bit worried about what he's going to say, so...
Exactly. This is someone that got in touch with us, that wants to vent off more of them. So let's see what he's got to say later, and we'll meet you motherfuckers back in the Monster Studio.
Here we go. By the magic of television, we are back in the studio. I say studio, my room with toys and what have you. So yeah, basically, we've got the Jasons coming up. Trust me, this is fucking going to be epic. This is going to be fucking badass. But before we get to this, Lucas has got his little padlet.
That's meant to be out of sight, but you're blowing the cover now.
He's got his little pad.
And
we're gonna
what's going on in the horror punk scene?
Yeah, we'll get quick news and reviews.
after all this, it's going to be a two-parter at the end of it.
Yeah, basically we're going to do a two-parter. Right, we've got Drew Blood. I want to talk about a couple of things with him.
Jason's.
By the way, we're filming this. I'm going to let you know now. We're talking like we don't, but we've already filmed the Jason interview and the thingy because this is later on at night. By this time, we're all fucking pissed. So we've already done Drew. We've already done the Jasons. So this is just an intro to, you know what I mean, to say that what we've done is fucking awesome, and it's going to be in two parts because we talked to the Jasons for near enough 2 hours.
It's only supposed to be a fucking quick half hour, but
45 minutes, an hour at the most with the Jasons. We ended up fucking chopsing away for a long period of time. Drew, the same thing. We ended up chopsing away, going off topic. So what we're going to do is we're going to split it up. So this is part one. Yeah. This is part one. This is the fucking Jasons. Right, we're going to do a quick news and reviews with Lucas and his little pad. Get that out of the way. We'll get to the Jasons interview and then join us again for part two where you get Drew and everything he wants to say, and we have that little whole topic and stuff like that. And we'll also talk about Tommy and travelling more quickly at the beginning of part two. But for now, before we do that, we're going to do the quick news and reviews.
What's going off now?
Yeah.
And then what are we doing in the future?
Yeah,
right.
All that sort of shit.
I want to get a few things out of the way.
Go for it, Lucas.
First and foremost, Nave Raven from fucking Savage Monster, he's literally just got married. So Nave, congratulations for getting married. That's fucking awesome.
It's your own
On the
fault.
same fucking vein as well, Lemang, Paul from Lemang Mango. Mango. Yeah, he's having a baby.
Like I said before, it's your own fault.
So we go,
So
well
done,
again,
baby Paul.
Yeah, again,
Fucking
Paul,
awesome.
congratulations to you. All made up for you. That's fucking sick.
It's your own fault.
So let's press on.
The Doyle tour. I'm gutted. I'm not going because I saved up and I can't go. Jason, you're the same boat as me.
My money
I might be putting your sticky, but
I still can't get my ticket yet. But I'm hoping that things work out and I get to go to because I can't miss that shit. You know what I mean? I gave my fucking son the middle name of Doyle. I cannot miss that fucking shit. It has to. It ain't going to happen again. It's one of them rare opportunities.
When's he going to come up? When is Doyle Ferguson going to come back?
So Doyle's doing his thing. He's doing Europe. He's doing England and what have you. And I'll be honest with you. By the way we're looking at ticket sales and that, it's not going to be as great as he thinks it's going to be. So the chances are he's not coming back.
No, of course.
This is our only opportunity, or your only opportunity, to go and see Doyle, right?
I'm not going. He's not going. Are
I
you
might
going?
Be. I might be. I'm not still. I'm still fucking toying yet because I haven't got the money. But
might pull a sickie.
There's a slight chance I might be able to get a ticket of someone who's not going, and I might be able to get a ticket at a bit more discounted price. Yeah. Right. That said, let's move on.
Just quickly.
Well, I'm fucking going.
Guys, you're going, aren't you?
Yeah, well, basically I'm going to be
You're
there.
in Germany as well, aren't you?
And that was it, because originally you were supposed to be playing with the Crimson Ghost.
Crimson Ghost and Jerry
Roncorps as well.
I don't know.
Jerry
Don't
Roncorps,
know what the
Crimson
fuck happened there, but it all fell through.
All fell through.
It's in Hamburg, so we're still going. You know, so it'd be a good day.
So you're planning? Are you doing the UK or are you just doing?
We're doing fucking 2 dates in the fucking UK, and then we're doing Hamburg. We're doing fucking Birmingham, which is the first date, and Chester, which is the night after, and then we're doing fucking Hamburg, which is.
So you're doing potentially 3 nights of Doyle.
About 3 nights of the Doyle tour, you know, it's one of them fucking things.
Spending 3 nights with Doyle.
So
that'd be sore, wouldn't it?
Fair play.
Oof, yeah, that's saying.
Right.
Fair play.
Come on, let's press on.
I want to get out as quickly as I can. Johnny Dev Shadow's done an album recently. He's done the UK tour with a few UK horror punk bands called
I haven't yet to hear the album and that yet.
I heard it once. I'm going to review it for Devolution magazine. I can't comment on it now. I'm not really sunk my teeth into it, but hopefully we'll have something to say about that next time.
But quickly, while we're speaking of new albums and things that people got out, trust me, you need to listen to the new Savage Remains album.
Oh,
that album is fucking brilliant. Honestly, God, it's fantastic, and we're gonna hopefully have them on the next show. We did a little test with Matt from Thingy, so you know what I mean. But with everything with the Jasons and Drew and everything they had to do, we couldn't fit everything in.
Yeah.
But that album is fucking pure gold. If you're a punk rock fan, you will love it. A lot of you might heard the Jasons track to do, which is the Motorhead cover of Ramones. Brilliant, and they do Crusher by the Ramones. Fucking even better. So
take it their own vein.
Jamie Roncorps and the Rising Dead as well. They've got some new stuff coming out from what I've seen.
Yeah, when he went live and stuff that on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah,
so
other than that, was keep it fucking as that for now until he's got anything out properly.
With Savage Remains, that's so punky. Like I've heard, when I heard the Savage Remains album, all I wanted to do was listen to fucking Rancid and the Damned.
You said that earlier on,
yeah. But
you said that when you were sober, so
yeah, I said it when I was sober, so that means something. And off the back of Jamie Roncorps, you mentioned Jamie Roncorps. He's just toured Germany. And that's been a thing recently. It's his big tour of Germany. So when's it coming to the UK, Jamie?
Maybe.
Andre Cox, I know you're watching this. Like Jamie Roncorps, come on. Like you just had a massive tour of Germany. Come on, let's come to the UK. When you didn't play Travelling World, there was an elephant in the room when you didn't play. Come on, man.
Whatever you want to do.
Get yourself over here.
So what's next on your list?
You've already mentioned fucking half the stuff I want to see anyway. A friendly rivalry between the fucking Savage Remains and Jasons.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. We talked to Jasons about the Savage Remains and stuff like that. So.
And I've already wanted to wish congratulations to Nave for getting married. Nave Raven, you've just got married.
Done that.
Savage Remains.
Have you gone back to the beginning of your list, or?
No, we just have to get it. So what I was going to say is that Ragdolls were meant to come over here, which was going to be a real novelty because they haven't done anything.
I don't know what happened there.
But it's not Ragdolls anymore. Now Ragdolls are pulled out of that tour, unfortunately, and now it's
it's a bit
Dead 13, isn't it? Dead 13. Similar name to us, but
that's a bit. Yeah, we don't. We've heard shit, we've heard rumours, we've heard this, that and the other, but...
Yeah, it's that tour...
It's not my place to say. What?
It's true, Dead 13 and out headlining that tour. Gorgeous Morgue and Flitting with Corpses from Nottingham show, so that's going to be really cool. But unfortunately it's not going to be Ragdolls anymore, so anyone looking forward to Ragdolls... That fucking sucks. Yeah. But you get Dead 13. But you still get Dead 13, which is a cool thing. So that's not so bad.
It's not the Undead 13, though, is it?
It's not the Undead 13, I guess. But no.
We've had
I wanted to go through Metal to the Masses tournament this year. I wanted to say that Gorgeous Morgue last year and Dead by Dawn as well. Last year we promoted Army Walking Corpses so much to that tournament. Army Walking Corpses really brought horror punk to the forefront of heavy metal for that tournament because, let's face it, the Metal to the Masses tournament is a tournament for heavy metal to get into Bloodstock.
You talk about it like it's Mortal Kombat.
In a way, it is.
It's a tournament of the metal.
It is. It's a tournament of the metal. But Army of Walking Corpses are a horror metal band, and they got to the final last time.
I looked to them, yeah, they did, they pushed them, but
Like,
again, we talk about that with Drew and stuff and that as well, so, you know.
Yeah, we're going to touch on this later.
What's next?
I want to say that also in that tournament, there was also this year, Gorgeous
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
And Scorpion.
No, on a serious
Get over here.
note, though, if you support horror punk in the UK, if you live in the northeast, please go and support Dead by Dawn, who are a psychobilly horror punk band, and that'd be so cool if you could go and support them, because Dead by Dawn is such a cool band, and also in the East Midlands.
Yeah, and Lucas just happens to have a girlfriend in there.
Yeah, he's biased when it comes to that band.
I'm not ready because I mentioned them 3 times while I was going to have my podcast. So no.
What? Fuck off. Because you wanted to do it and now you're doing it. Different story. Whoopsie!
I disagree. I think I mentioned them on the podcast so many times. It's absolutely a buzz. I would like to say no, because I'm also on the same cap mentioning Gorgeous Morgan in the same tournament.
And you wanted to do her as well.
Yeah.
That's a man.
Exactly. Whoopsie!
But seriously, if you're in the fucking East Midlands, you're in the Sheffield area, you want to support
And you want up the duff.
Gorgeous Morg, you're in the Metal to the Masses tournament.
Sweet.
And if you want to be in the northeast area, please support Dead by Dawn, because they're both horror psychobilly, horror themed bands. And that Metal to the Masses tournament, you can play Bloodstock.
That's it, yeah. About
I mean,
you know,
so you're taking a piss and laughing.
Bloodstock
if Dead by Dawn or Dead by Dawn or Gorgeous Morg, Bloodstock.
Or Dead by Dawn, yeah, or Dead by Dawn.
Dead by Dawn or
Yeah,
Gorgeous
was
Morg.
it Dead by Dawn you're talking about?
Either or.
Either or.
Gorgeous Morg or Dead by Dawn. It doesn't matter which one. If a horror punk band or a psychobilly band was
Doesn't make any sense, does it? Dead by Dawn.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? It doesn't matter. What matters is that a band that sings about horror is playing Bloodstock.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
what
right. No, it's exactly the same, but it's, like I said, Bloodstock needs blood.
You made the
And you
list.
get blood from horror bands, so we should all look to everyone. You know what I mean? Every year I think now you're going to get a horror band in that, whether or not they'll get through.
But why not? Why does it have to be a trophy fucking nomination? Like, oh, there's a horror punk band. It needs to be like Army was this year, last year. Like they got to the finals.
Yeah,
why can't Dead by Dawn do that? Why can't Gorgeous Morg do that? Gorgeous Morg have got a great following. You know what I mean? Like as Dead 13 now as well, in the same vein as them. Dead by Dawn. Someone's drunk, but no, seriously though, if it's fan voted and then it gets to the point where it's judge voted, if it can get to that point,
and it is a way that if you can promote yourself enough and get a lot of your friends and people there, you can get through and win the tournament without actually being the best band. It's one of them things. It's okay, you know.
I would say off the back of that, you do need to be the best band to win it.
Of course you do, but
at the
it's
same
down
time,
it's down to a vote, so.
To a degree, but it is judge final. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, you've got crowd reaction. It's a huge participation.
Right, next.
Right. Okay. Next thing. Congratulations, Tommy.
Say no.
I was before he was going to go. Congratulations,
Tommy Michael left Gorgeous Morg. He's done. He's gone to his tattooing career. I want to say good luck with that, because you left a big band in the UK scene to pursue that. So well done for just fucking finding your dream. Tommy Michael, I hope your fucking tattooing career works out.
I thought we wish Tommy a birthday because it was Tommy Creek's birthday the other day.
Tommy Creek on the same day.
We're going by
Well, he's the man. Happy birthday.
Clearly you weren't.
Actually, happy birthday, Tommy Creek.
It's only about a month ago, but yeah, it's fucking there.
His birthday today. Actually.
No, it wasn't today. It was yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I
don't know. I'm not gone to sleep yet, have I?
Yeah, when this comes out, it was birthday a week or so ago. Yeah, go on, carry on.
Okay, I wanted to say bands that aren't necessarily horror punk, but bands that have made a massive impact on the scene. Black Sabbath and Alice Cooper touring this year. You'd be lying if you didn't say those two bands have made a huge influence on the bands we love. Black Sabbath, I'm going to the last ever show.
Because you don't want to go to
a week today, this is filmed. I'm at the last ever Black Sabbath show. To me, if you want to sing about death and horror and nasty and evil, that's Black Sabbath. And Alice Cooper, and let's face it, Alice Cooper.
It's the fucking Cooper.
It's the fucking Cooper.
Yeah.
What else do you need to say?
No, you didn't say more than that. It's Alice Cooper. You know what I mean?
Alice Cooper.
He doesn't do the stage shows that he used to do when he used to travel the circus and that, but it's still fucking Alice Cooper, man.
Alice Cooper, he's
the
doing
man behind
September.
The glass, the dude's fucking epic.
If you've got a free date in September, come Alice Cooper with him, man. It's going to be fucking sick.
No, because you want Doyle.
What else do I want to run through? I wanted to run through
What
the
do you run
fact.
through?
Lupentooth and Dr. Howe last
You didn't
year
run
was
anywhere.
a fucking brilliant tour.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken about it since.
Oh, that was fucking great, yeah.
We've all been, like...
I had Lupentooth and Dr. Hell staying at the house for the night, and yeah, it was... I didn't even want to go down that storyline, because it's going to take me another fucking 20
Someone
minutes.
was sick everywhere, apparently.
That was, yeah, it was... You weren't even there.
That's the whole point. You're still sick.
You were still sick, yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's one of them things. Yeah, that was...
Deep throat.
That was one epic night, that was, you know what I mean? When Dr. Helen come round to party, they fucking party.
Oh,
I
God.
fucking love them dudes. Them dudes are fucking awesome.
Dr.
Right.
Howe, Daniel Howe.
What is next?
What is next? Was a big fucking shout out, Dr. Howe.
In a German accent. Dr.
Hell. Oh, it's not a
Das
German
Hell.
accent.
Das
Wednesday 13 is touring, doing his Bourbon Crow kind of stuff, so if you're into country western kind of
I
style.
like the Bourbon Crow stuff.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah. Didn't like the second album, but the first album
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Or Wednesday's touring with that, so if you're into Wednesday 13 or the country western vibe, I know you're a big
Yeah,
country
because
western
to be
fan.
honest with you, it's rare Wednesday 13 comes to England, isn't it?
No.
Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, but on a serious note though.
Smooth.
On a serious note, so how often did you do the Bourbon Crow show? Not very often, so Wednesday 13 is just acoustic shit.
Talk about
Bourbon
balls and
Crow.
crochet then
So-
for a second.
Balls and crochet,
Someone
baby.
on crochet.
I
No,
love to do
look,
crochet.
if you're into country western and for a laugh country western and hard
Yeah, I
bun-
do, yeah, because Johnny Cash is one of the greatest solo recording artists of all time, in my opinion. So I fucking love a bit of country.
I actually completely agree with that because to me, ain't no grave gonna hold my body now, baby.
Right.
I wanted to
What
touch.
else you got on your list? Lucas's list.
I actually
You
wanted
made
to
my
touch on the
list.
fact that I'm running through this so quickly.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah,
pressed
carry
for
on.
time. But I wanted to touch on the fact that Argyle Goresby's just done his acoustic
Hello, buddy.
live.
He's what?
Hollow Bodies.
Hang on a minute, right. Did you just say Argyle Goresby is autistic? Right.
No, I did not say he's
You
autistic.
can't go around
I
saying
didn't say he's
this.
autistic.
Lucas, you can't go around saying these things.
I did not say he's autistic. He might
He's
be.
done an autistic album.
I don't care if he is autistic. I
You
think
can't say things like that. In this
Acoustic.
PC world we're living in, you can't say things. You can't say things like that.
I never said
So
he was
Argyle
acoustic.
Goresby has just come out as artistic.
Acoustic. Monster. Acoustic.
Is he doing autistic versions of Blitzkrieg songs?
You fucking said it.
Don't laugh. This is serious. You shouldn't be saying things like that. Yeah, he's doing an acoustic album.
Acoustic. Not autistic. Not autistic. I don't care if he's autistic. He might be. I don't care.
No, you said it now.
But-
well, you've let the cat out of the bag.
Who
now.
cares if he's autistic or not? I might be. I probably am. I don't
Pay
care.
for a cat in a bag if you want.
But no. Or acoustic.
Yeah, by all means, don't donate to a cat in a bag.
No, but seriously though, no, the
Yeah,
acoustic
he has
thing
done the
that
acoustic
Goresby
album and
did.
that, and I've heard
How
it.
good was it?
Yeah.
It
Oh
is
yeah.
very
It's really fucking good. It is really
Goresby
good.
always. The thing is, you can't. Every time we're at Goresby, he's fucking just the man.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't fucking blow
He's one
smoke.
of
when
these dudes that's
Who keeps it going?
yeah tried and tested. He's been around for such a long time, and we've gone into this discussion before. He's good, and he gets bigger and bigger, and the amount of likes and everything else he gets. The fucking dude's awesome. He's a fucking nice guy, and whenever I see him and that, he's got time for us and stuff like that. We did the
You know, he's just a fucking genuine bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's the thing. If you're a dick with us, we'll fucking tell you,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly,
the
yeah.
problem.
No, but
Where-
he's always been sound.
Yeah,
No,
He's
but
nice.
Stuff in the sounds,
Goresby's
do you know
always
what I
been the man, you know.
Yeah, and that motherfucker works hard. He knows how
He
to.
gets,
he
he
knows, yeah.
deserves everything he gets.
Yeah, and when it comes to merch and stuff like that, he's a very clever man. And you know what I mean, the money it seems that the money he gets back from merch is he's already got an idea of how to spend that money on next.
He'll never fucking say this, but it's a case of
No, the
like,
fucking dude's awesome, and then his merch raises in value and stuff because he only does so much of it. And yeah, the fucking dude's awesome. Do you know what I mean? He's one of them. He's one of the big
Absolutely.
names now. He's
But
worked hard
that-
enough to get to where he is, and his name's recognised in the genre.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
but off the back of what you just said, Monster, would he now do a acoustic album or acoustic tour over here?
You made sure you said that right, then, didn't you? Acoustic album. You try not to say autistic.
Album.
Yeah.
I never said autistic.
No, you didn't.
An autistic album. I'm autistic as fuck. Look at me.
Look, I can't. I told you can't say things like that. So let's just digress and let's just move on to.
But what do you do an autistic now? What do you do an
You're making it worse for
album?
yourself. You're making it worse for yourself now. You know what I mean? It's.
No, but on a serious note, I'll go Goresby, that Hollow Bodies album.
Yeah,
could you not do it? Could you not do an acoustic UK tour?
I think that you could.
On a serious
But
note.
again, if he did do an acoustic UK tour,
Would it sell tickets?
if it was acoustic or if it was electric,
No,
it's gonna
acoustic.
sell
You can
because
leave me over here no matter what
the
happens.
same people are going to buy the same tickets,
Yeah, exactly.
regardless of matters.
Well,
I just think a lot more people should do. I was about to say autistic version.
You're cashing on.
Fuck
but
me.
it's because
I think more people should do autistic versions of their albums.
Different
It works. You know what I mean? Because
different sound.
yeah, it is. It
Completely.
is, and they have a little twist on it. They can play with it. A
That
little
Michael
more.
Graves when he did that acoustic.
Very good. Very good.
Zombies Unite.
Bloodsucker Zombies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Bloodsucker Zombies is a
Fucking,
great example.
that is a phenomenal album.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
The only problem is
So-
Graves has gone too much with that.
Yeah.
No, but that
Every-
Zombies
there has to be a
Unite.
happy
That
medium.
Zombies Unite was
Zombie
brilliant.
Unite.
And when he did it,
Spot on.
acoustic was brilliant.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I
Well,
just-
Zombies
three
Unite,
albums
the
after that
acoustic
was
version.
acoustic.
Yeah.
No, but they ever killed
Don't
it.
do
did they?
album and then do an acoustic and then do.
Don't get me wrong. It's
No, because he was flogging
instrumental
dead
of the
oaks. He was
album and
flogging
everything
dead
Don't
else.
get me
oaks.
wrong. Graves is the fucking. You know, I've got a lot of time for Graves. But
Can
still,
be.
Ain't got a lot of time for me.
No, he hasn't.
No, hasn't he?
Don't like
What
it.
we're going to do in
Put him for a
February next
table,
year is
didn't he?
fucking hilarious. He's supposed to come over this year, and we're going to go and see him. It's
I'm
going
going
to
to
be
see. I'm
fucking
going to see
hilarious.
him. Be like, hi. I'll do my
No,
show.
no, serious
Yeah.
note.
I know,
If
but it's
Goresby
just
could
like,
do an acoustic album or tour in the UK, that'd be nice, but it wouldn't happen.
No, they just cut him off.
It's not
Whatever.
fucking
Anyway.
I was
That's
going to
he's
say
trying to
is,
get out the autistic thing that he was going about. That's what it is.
Fuck you.
I wanted to plug as well the Old Collective, which is a festival Deep Evolution magazine are putting on the 25th of March this year. It's going to feature loads of horror bands like Dead Stiff that we've all talked about. It's going to feature Hell Puppets. It's going to feature Headstone Horrors. It's going to feature.
Devil Dawn?
It's going to feature Dead by Dawn. No.
Sure. I just thought they might be on it.
No.
What about that autistic album?
No, but seriously,
Yeah.
no, it's going to be a really cool day out, and it's going to be.
The Ulterior Collective. Your title's autistic people there.
Argyle.
Loads of autistic
He's just
people.
carrying on.
But no, and literally, I've rattled through what I meant to
Yeah.
spend
It's
hours
not like
on.
we fall asleep
Don't
in the
care.
fucking people's interviews and stuff, does it? When you're watching the Jason's interview, right? It's
I
like a
did
little
not
game
fall
of Where's Wally.
I did
right?
not fall
See if
asleep.
you can
I did
spot-
not fall
See
asleep.
if you can spot the point where he dozes off and I have to wake him up, right?
Swift elbow.
See if you can see it. And if you see it, answers on a postcard.
I did not fall asleep in that interview. I'm fucking sound of mind.
So yeah, just carry
Because you
on.
weren't talking about
Right.
fucking autistic people, were you? So you were just bored.
Carry on.
I like
on.
spastics. Right, okay. So we've done the Old Collective, 25th of March, which is going to feature loads of horror bands. We mentioned the Crimson Ghost tour in Germany.
That's
Yep.
a different story.
That's a different story. Now
Bring
that-
that, we're
so now you
doing
want-
3
Back
days.
into that, 'cause I
Crimson
want
Ghost.
to-
Yeah, start of Feb they're doing 3 days.
Yeah, because they've got the new drummer and shit now, and
So
we're all
the
sorted.
the Crimson Ghosts are coming back fucking finally.
Yeah, and I don't. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that sometime we get to see them this year.
I
Do you know what I
fucking
mean?
hope so, definitely.
You know what I mean? This may, you know what I mean? It's maybe something that might happen. We don't know. It's just one of them things.
Yeah, but they're finally coming back, and me and Laura are
Fucking
going
right.
over to Cologne the last night of the tour to go and
'Cause-
see him.
What dates
Oh.
is that? Just for people watching, what dates are you doing?
Dates, what if I had my fucking notes could tell you. I think it's the 4th and 5th of Feb. I don't fucking quote me on it. And I think it's the 17th, that's when we go to Cologne. The last date they're doing with Cologne, it's doing fucking Sonic Ballroom, which is supposed to be fucking top.
Yeah, that's in
Yeah.
Cologne, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
I've heard
Cologne.
that place.
It's
Yeah.
just round the corner
I
from.
Fucking love
They
Cologne.
tried dragging me there, didn't
Honestly,
they?
God, I love Cologne. I would gladly
fucking amazing.
fucking pick up sticks and go and live in Cologne.
Yeah.
That place is
I wish you
fucking
would.
brilliant. Yeah, because you wouldn't come with me. You wouldn't like it anyway. There's no autistic people there.
Off the back of that, actually, I just wanted to say, fuck all.
What else you
No,
got?
you actually mentioned about the Crimson Ghost tour, and we're going to say,
Say
well-
what? Say what?
no, we're going
What?
to say about, you
What?
mentioned to me earlier today
Mm.
that Goldtown are now touring, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that I
Goldtown,
want
yeah.
to see because they're badass.
Because to me,
Goldtown.
Goldtown are
fucking US band, and it's a case of like, who the fuck would bring them over here?
Yeah,
like, Goldtown have never done the UK.
Yeah, I don't understand
well,
it's not like it's a band that's...
They don't ever see themselves as what they are, if you know what I mean.
And it's like,
So
and then for those who haven't heard Goldtown,
YouTube it.
Get on it, YouTube it. It's like we were talking about earlier on about Bourbon Crow and Wednesday 13 doing that sort of stuff.
Country western,
it's like
zombie.
It's like a country horror punk.
If you like getting pissed in country western,
honest to God, they're fucking brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Really, really fucking class act.
29th of July, they're doing that.
But it's not that. It's not their gig, is it? It's another festival. It's called. I've written it down. It's a Rambling Man Festival, apparently.
The Mandingo Festival.
The Rambling Man.
Yeah, but Rambling Man has been. People will know watching this. Rambling Man has been a thing for a while. Like Rambling Man is a thing, but to have a horror punk band that's not just a UK horror punk band.
It's like
it's definitely an odd one. I'll give it that. It's definitely an odd one. I don't know how. I don't know if one of the promoters is actually into the band themselves and was like, I want to bring them out. But it's just a weird scenario. But yeah, Goldtown coming over and they're fucking. I'm not missing the opportunity to see them because this.
How often do we get Goldtown?
Yeah, you're gonna get one shot at it and that's it done. Next.
And if you've not heard of Goldtown, please look him up.
Yes, because they are.
I wanted to mention Travelling Morgue.
We're going to do that at the beginning of the part 2 before we go into Drew's bit because I think talking about Tom in Travelling Morgue for a minute might work perfectly as a little like segment.
Let's not mention that right now.
So leave that alone.
So all I would say is if you're going to support the UK scene, you want someone to play Bloodstock, go and support Gorgeous Morgue and go and support Dead by Dawn. They're both fucking playing in the fucking Metal to the Masses tournament. So at least you can.
So is that all our news and reviews done then? That's what's happened. That's what's happened since we last spoke to you, good people.
I've rattled through it pretty quick.
We did rattle through that pretty quick, even though we've
like
done
3 hours worth of shit, and I've rattled through it in like 10 minutes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go from here to the Jason's interview.
Then after that, that'll be it.
Then after that, do you know what I mean?
Well, I do not fall at fucking sleep.
You do.
I do not fall asleep.
He does. He does.
I do not fall asleep.
He really does.
Do I look like I'm going to fall asleep?
Do you like dust?
Hey!
Oh, the fuck are you guys?
Let's see what we got back there. I can't see what you got, but you got a fuck ton of shit back there.
Yeah, look, I'll give you a... Wait. Unplug that. Right. This is my toy room.
What?
Oh.
I've seen all the pictures, but seeing like all around is just so much different.
Yeah, it's just toys.
Boys, toys, baby.
So how are you guys?
Good, man. Fucking hanging out.
Yeah.
Just making some tea. We're drinking English breakfast tea while we talk to you guys because we feel like we should do that, be fancy and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of days.
What's he doing?
Over a piss.
Getting tea.
You're getting tea. Oh, I see. Yeah, because we're British.
Because I'm British, we're going to cup of tea.
You're gonna pull out the tea.
Oh, actually, Jake, can I have a cup of tea?
You know when you
can
don't
make
alcohol,
tea. Yeah.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea and a couple of crumpets.
Oh, have you ever had a crumpet? We'll do that later.
You won't do that later.
You gotta know what cricket is to get a crumpet.
Oh.
So when he gets back with the when he comes back with his little tea, and he's got to put his little pinky finger out when he does it as well.
No, we drink it like this, right here. Drink it with the fucking middle finger out, like that. Boom.
Yeah. Awesome-o. Right. So let's get all the.
If they're ready, we'll do it.
Yeah. What? So you ready to go now?
Yeah, man. Let's fucking
Let's do this. Let's do this. Right. So let's. First of all, let's get all the simple stuff out of the way and the things you've probably told a million people before. Coming up with the gimmick of the Jasons and the whole band theory and everything behind it. What was the theory behind coming up with that band?
Oh shit! I mean, it was kind of like this. When you're too lazy to come up with anything new, you just take two things that are popular, fucking peanut butter and chocolate, two great tastes that taste great together. Fucking boom, people love it. Like in a different, had we come up with what we do in a different time, we might have been like Archie meets the Terminator or something. It's just, whatever.
Well, and mine being, like the Predators.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some Predator masks.
We'd have to be
around.
we'd have to be like a fucking like Sepultura though, because we'd have dreadlocks and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like more like a shitty metal band or something,
Like a new metal band, the
Yeah.
Freds. We like send Freds like with a different letter.
We could be a fucking Deaditor.
Deaditor. So when forming the band The Jasons, obviously you are seriously influenced by the Ramones.
Yeah.
Was that your idea? Is there's just like we want to come up with the gimmick band, but I suppose you could have gone with a Ramones covery type band sort of thing, but with the music you play is so close to the Ramones. I mean, you've got the covers that you do and stuff like that. So when describing you guys to people, you know what I mean? I don't describe you as a horror punk band, which we're going to get into a second, because I want to discuss that shit.
About this earlier, didn't we?
Yeah. But when describing you guys to general people and stuff, you know what I mean? It's a case of if Jason Voorhees was a fucking Ramones fan, that's the Jasons. Do you like the Ramones? Yeah. Do you like Jason Voorhees? Yeah. Boom. There you go. Fucking easy peasy. You know what I mean?
You can't not like the Ramones and like the Jasons. I mean, there's a disconnect there, isn't there?
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
So.
Right. Yeah, and really, like, I know for me, I don't know about 3D, but I would like to be, I really just want to play Ramones. In other words, I just want to be in a Ramones cover band, but I don't want to play covers. So, and I also want to be a member of KISS, and I know 3D wants to be a member of KISS.
KISS are my favourite band. KISS are the greatest band of all time, dude.
Yeah, man. Like us too, man. We always say, like, if there were two bands that created the Jasons, it's fucking KISS and the Ramones.
Yeah, they're like the two greatest bands of all time. So I love the Ramones and KISS, and I love Jason Voorhees. So that's why I love you guys.
So when it comes to the horror punk side of things, and I know how you say that you're not a horror punk band, you are a Ramones core band, even though your gimmick itself couldn't suggest horror punk more than the fact that you play proper fucking punk rock.
On paper, it's a horror punk band.
And you know what I mean, you've got the you know what I mean, with the masks and stuff. So therefore, the whole horror influence and horror and punk. Do you know what I mean? But I like the fact that you two, you definitely stray away from that, even though most of the bookings you get are on the horror punk side of things. But you still go, fuck you. Do you know what I mean to them? Do you know what I mean? And I dig that. Do you know what I mean? That's fucking awesome.
Behind all of that, like Gene Simmons' makeup is inspired by horror movies and horror comics and shit like that. And like, no one's going around saying, "Oh, KISS is the best horror punk band ever," because they're not horror punk.
No,
they're not. They're not trying to be spooky. Like all lyrics aren't like, "Oh, the goose was in the moon and like we're just trying to be dudes who wear hockey masks and play punk rock music.
Well, and like fucking, it's kind of like this too, man. You can either be another horror punk band in a bunch of fucking horror punk bands, but you can be the horror punk band that doesn't sound like them, or you can be a fucking pop punk band that sounds like a pop punk band but has a horror influence. And that I feel like that's where we want to fit, like we'd rather play with like the fucking dwarves and the queers, and because we sound more like them. And
because it's essentially you are a fucking punk rock band. Yeah. The music you play is punk rock. It's all fucking fast. It's
they call it Ramones core, don't they?
Yeah, well, it's
Ramones core.
You know what I mean? The chords are the same and stuff like that. It's the whole idea of what you're doing is fucking genius. It's
look at Leave Home, man. Look at the Ramones Leave Home, man. They got a song about sacrificing someone in the basement. You go to the first record, they got a song about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They got
exactly, which I believe is one of the first what you would call horror punk songs.
Certainly an early one.
Do you know what I mean? Chainsaw, it suggests it already before you had the fucking Misfits and everything else. It's there. I mean, before that you had Alice Cooper, and over here we had like Screaming Lord Sutch and the Damned and stuff like that.
The Damned, absolutely.
So you had the horror idea, but the actual punk sound, I don't think it come along till fucking Chainsaw come along.
Misfits was 1977, don't forget. So.
And you've already mentioned two of my top three favourite albums of all time, so do you know what I mean? Leave Home's the original one, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking right. So...
Well, it's kind of like one of those things too, man, where we've seen a lot of stuff where we get put in that horror punk grouping, and then a lot of these fucking horror punk dudes, and we don't have anything against horror punk in general. I mean,
it worked out for us in the beginning, you know, like, you know, we kind of embraced it for a second. You're like, oh, this is fun and all that.
And lots of our friends are in horror punk.
Yeah, we have a lot of friends who claim to be in the horror punk scene and all that, and we're friends with horror punk bands and everything.
But they tend to want to shit on us because we don't have that sound, and we're like, yo, we're not trying to be part of that. You know?
Right.
Horror punk is not an exclusive thing, you know? Like, I feel like if everyone just sounds like the fucking Necromantics, then what is that? That's just the fucking...
It's repeating the same shit over and over again, yeah. But you are to me a punk band that to me, to me that's punk, and I love punk. That's punk to me. Like, why can't punk sing about horror and be a horror punk band? It doesn't need to sound like Misfits or The Damned.
Yeah, or follow that.
You don't need whoa. You don't need that. That's not punk.
That was quite good. That
It was alright, wasn't it? I said, I could do that, but I'll do it again in a minute.
Yeah.
But no, you don't need that. You don't need that. Horror and punk, like.
Yeah. It's like you were saying about Kiss with the horror influenced face paint. You wouldn't call Alice Cooper a horror punk band, yet there he is.
I would, because I think Alice Cooper is the first punk and he's the first horror. So I think Alice Cooper is the nexus of everything that ever came after him.
Did you listen to what I just said a minute ago?
Knee slapper.
Chainsaw. You don't argue with the Ramones, man. You don't argue with that shit. That's
what I mean.
That's
what I mean. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly what I mean.
Hey,
you look at me like Cherry, I'm gonna hit you with it.
Yeah. You can't not like Alice Cooper.
Yeah, we like a lot of that. Like, a lot of our roots of stuff that we listen to are in fucking, you know, like hair metal, but like, you know, the shit like Alice Cooper and Kiss and fucking Wasp now.
Fucking Wasp.
Or more, you know, more stuff like that even probably than metal or horror punk. I mean, definitely the Misfits were a band that I listened to a lot at one point in my life. Like all of us, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not my voice didn't work for it. Number one, I don't have that kind of, I can't do that voice. That's just not how I sing.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're tone deaf, remember?
Oh yeah. Some dude just said I was tone deaf. But he also likes this other band called the Renfields. It's like, you know,
I've heard of them, but they're not. Yeah, I mean, they're not up there in my opinion.
Hey, they're a bunch of assholes, I've heard.
Yeah.
Bunch of real nasty cunts,
I'll give it to them, they're a fucking good band. Their lead singer, you know what I mean, he's got some vocals on him, man.
I bet he's a cunt.
We've discussed that before, do you know what I mean?
Oh, what? A cunt?
You're just coming on here slagging off people, ain't you are?
I think it sounds good, but he looks like a twat.
Yeah, he's got that Justin Bieber hair.
That's it. That's exactly it.
And they, you know what I mean, would you consider the Renfields to be a horror punk band?
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, if you wear fucking bone gloves and makeup, you're fucking horror punk.
There you
according
go.
to some people.
Exactly.
You know.
Because if that's how it fucking works, then, you know, like, Gua's a horror punk band, Lordy is a horror punk band,
Where do you draw the line?
Yeah. Horror music, isn't it, like we always say?
Yeah.
Lordy are a horror metal band. Half their songs are about Jason Voorhees and... They're not horror punk, they're not Misfits, are they? Lordy are not Misfits. They're the opposite, they're a horror metal band.
Gets. You know, I like Lordy a lot, and everyone's like, oh, you want to be Gua? Like, nah, man, it's totally fucking different.
Lordy's fucking cool, man. All right in my book.
Yeah. I listen to Gua. Fuck off anyone who says anything about it, you know?
Fucking right. You know what I mean? You can tell your influences, you know what I mean? You can tell, you got the Ramones influence and you got a little bit of Gigi Allen in there and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? Again, it's something I wanted to talk about when it comes to your lyrics itself. Do you know what I mean? Forget about the music, the actual lyrics itself. Some of that is so clever, it's quite unbelievable. Right, like Commando, man. I've got to talk about Commando. I've got to bring this up. I mean, I've spoke to you both before on Messenger and stuff like that about it, but I've got to talk about it. The cleverness behind turning that song into your version of it, fucking fantastic.
Before, didn't you?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, I mean, would you tell us a bit about how you, come up with the idea of turning it into Camp Mando rather than Commando and stuff like that, and.
You know, I'll tell you, we definitely, when I'm writing lyrics for stuff that I sing in Jason's, my rule is one pass. I don't do any real revisions, man. I write what comes to me right away. And you know, with the Ramones, if you listen to some of their songs, there's that little like kind of dumb quality. You know, just like it's almost like they just kind of fucking say some shit and it's weird. Like that fucking song where he's talking about eating chicken vindaloo. Like he just needed something to.
Yeah. Every time I eat vegetables, it makes me think of you. Do you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It's one of them things. Like
I always thought that was a personal thing.
It's like it's off the cuff. Do you know what I mean?
I always thought it was a personal reference to someone that he knew that, but I know what you mean. I also thought that was a sneaky little jab at someone.
But they have got what you said. Them silly little lines and that really don't deserve to be in there. But
why would you say that?
But through the length of time, it is what it is, and it's part of the song, and it's. Do you know what I mean? Because you do.
And I think there's reason. I think there's methods there, man. I think with the Ramones, every little silly thing, there's a little personal note.
Of course it
is. You know what I mean? There's a little.
Talking about the fucking Ramones.
Yeah.
You know
that means something to someone that you might not get, but some woman living in Birmingham, she might. Oh, fuck! I know what he's on about. I mean,
it's one of them things.
It's like free association. You know, I always said to myself, I don't want to put too much time into writing songs for the Jasons because I feel like that's what it needs to be. You know, if I was writing songs for another, project, maybe, but it's kind of like, same thing with most of our shit. It's like we just come up with it and we do it. You don't second guess yourself because when you start overthinking it, it takes away that quality. Like half of our songs.
Exactly what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah, just do it first time.
That the other day.
It's got it raw, hasn't it?
Like it's very obvious in some sets. It's very not obvious in other sets. But we really don't practice. Like we don't hang out and like write new music together. It just kind of happens. And like so, someone was like, "Well, if you don't practice, how do you write new songs?" And like we'll be sitting around before a show, and then like someone will be like, "Oh, hey, check out this riff I have, and here are these city lyrics that I have," and then we'll play it that night. That happens sometimes. Like it just. It like comes naturally, like it's more easier to let it flow rather than sit down and like force it to be like, oh, I need a line. I really need a line that rhymes with that, which I'm really bad at. I'm like,
no, it just happens, yeah. Like you,
organic, isn't it?
Yeah, like you're sitting there watching Part 5 and you say to yourself, why haven't we used ooh baby, ooh baby? You know what I mean? And there you go, boom. As soon as you've got that hook for the thing, the rest of the song writes itself. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things. It's like we were saying before about the cleverness of some of your songs, sort of thing. It's the new album. If you go through your body of work and you look at the 3 albums, you can see how you've grown through the 3 albums. And the third, Get Fucked,
it's more intelligent, isn't it?
Jesus, that album is flawlessly good. It's like there isn't a bad track on it. Do you know what I mean? There's not any bad tracks on the other ones, but you can see how you've worked up to that point where you've hit the nail on the fucking head with Get Fucked. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like you just said, it's one of them things that just happens. You know what I mean? Where I was talking to you before, V, about how Death Curse was like reminded me of Endless Vacation. Do you know what I mean? Which is to me is one of the most essential punk songs there is. It's perfectly written. You slow down on the chorus, you let and then boom, you hit them again, and off you fucking go again. Do you know what I mean? And it seems that when writing something like that, you would look at 3D as your DD sort of thing and be like, right, you know what I mean? You need to get this. This is what we need. Because you get that both type of style that the Ramones had. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, we said that like
that's exactly why that song exists.
Yeah, it was like we need a DD song, and you listen to the fucking any Ramones record and you're gonna get 2 good DD songs, and it gives you a break from that style that you're listening to, and it's like it gives you something a little bit different.
I wouldn't say it rests your ears because it doesn't necessarily relax you.
it gives you a break from Joey's voice.
Yeah.
And like a lot, and we really do put ourselves in the box. Like for this record, we said, we're gonna strike out for like early Queers, Dwarves, and Ramones, and that was the box that we wrote in. On the next record, it may be a little different because I think we kind of had like for this record, we really had some anger and some just fucking frustration that we put into it, and and so that kind of informed what we did. But we also didn't say like when we had like New Wave Girl and Tina, it's like, oh, these are real poppy. But we're not going to let that stop us from putting them on, you know, because
Exactly,
if you start calculating too much, it fucks your shit up, you know. Don't calculate too much writing a punk album. That's a bad idea.
Fucking do what you do, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. You just do what you do. I mean, look at Final Friday. Again, it comes down to the cleverness of writing that song from the three different people's point of view. Do you know what I mean? And as you work through the song, you lose the people back down to one again and stuff. And you tell the story of how that, you know what I mean? It was just one of them things. Like I brought up the question before on one of your live things and stuff, and you explained it then about how Jason willingly let himself semi-drown to a certain degree. It was one of them things, and to take that idea and to stretch it out over the song, and to also have the female voice to sing. Do you know what I mean? Pamela's part is really, again, comes down to just the pure cleverness
and being a fan of the franchise and
knowledge of the franchise. And
we all love the Jason Friday the 13th franchise, so to hear that was like, oh fuck man, this is like really fucking interesting. Like, it's music we like about shit we like. It's
right.
Kind of connects.
Our goal with that song too was we said we need a 1980s like Ramones song, like something that would have been on fucking Halfway to Sanity, something that would have been on Animal Boy, because at some point they have that really like stoic kind of, you know, tough sort of bleak part of the Ramones that we wanted to capture with that. And that's probably one of the very few songs where the music came before the lyrics. Like I had a title and I knew what the music sounded like, but then when it came to writing it, it was just kind of a different thing. Normally, it's like all the lyrics come first, then the music happens.
Yeah, you just fit it to the tune, sort of thing, like that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like some of the lyrics you have, it just off the new album on Tina, especially. Do you know what I mean? The whole line about
we had the album last year, didn't we?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was playing to you earlier on. Yeah, you know what I mean about. If she had a unitard, she could join the X-Men. Do you know what I mean? Fuck it. That's just a brilliant little funny line. That's not only just shows, you know what I mean, the Friday the 13th element, but that the comic book side of it and stuff like that as well. Do you know what I mean? The comic book knowledge. And
but that means a lot to us, because we're all fans of comic books. We love our comic books, don't we? Let's face it, all three of us here are avid graphic novel enthusiasts. So to hear that to us, we were like, fucking yes! That was it was a great line.
Yeah, it was a great line.
Brilliant to hear that.
Because end of the day,
it made us laugh as well, didn't it?
You know, like it's almost every like punk rocker you know has a comic book collection or did at some point in their life.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I think a lot of times, you know, the Jasons, we grew up looking at Kiss as a band of superheroes. And, you know, if Kiss are a band of superheroes, you know, we're kind of like a band of shitty superheroes to ourselves.
We're like anti-heroes, you know, like
villains.
Shit on everyone, but then every now and then people will be like, those Jasons.
Damn you.
Damn you, Jason! I would have gone away there too, was it, damn pesky Jasons?
So you're about to go onto this whole tour with Savage Remains in that as well?
We're like this guy. This is who we are. We're the fucking...
you're Judge Dredd.
Who it is. There's no fucking name on it.
Right there, douchebag.
It's like fucking tiny and
we're
shit.
We're the Judge Dredd of fucking horror punk, man.
Yeah, fucking right. One of the greatest English comics wrote, Judge Dredd.
2000 AD, baby.
Fuck you.
But you're doing this whole tour, this whole thing with the Savage Remains.
Yeah. We. I mean, it's like a mini tour, really.
It's 3 days.
It's, you know, for us, a tour can be 3 days or 6 weeks or whatever we have the time. But with Savage Remains, I think, you know, they're definitely in the horror punk genre, but we both feel like they're very much above and beyond. Like,
they are so good.
Who would win in a fight? That's
Who win a fight? Was that who win a fight?
Kind of their own talking way. Like they want to be doomsday punk. They're trying to do their own thing too, but they acknowledge that horror punk is a thing that, you know, they're kind of like us, but they're a little bit more accepting of the label than we are.
Well, and if you're gonna get up there and be the horror punk, you know, that traditional horror punk, you should have fucking muscles and be scary, and they are, and they do. Whereas a lot of these dudes, you know, if there's a guy dressed like fucking Doyle, you better be scary, you know,
Yeah.
because it's very hard to pull off, and that's why we don't pull that off, man, because, you know, we don't fucking,
Too fat on our undershirt.
you know, but, you know, but those guys, and I feel like, you know, the songwriting ability for those guys is top notch. Their fucking gimmick is top notch.
The new album's fucking awesome.
The new
Oh,
album's
it's
fucking
fucking
awesome.
I played it to you earlier, didn't I?
What do you think of their cover of Crusher?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, I
fucking brilliant.
Really, the album since they
So
wrote a
good.
song. You know, like
Yeah, we
Very
got a song.
punky, very, very, very punk.
Very punk rock.
Very,
yeah.
very, very
I mean,
punk.
they're
very
like
good.
a bit of
I really-
a bit of breath of fresh air for the punk rock scene,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Because it's raw sounding, and I love that. Do you know what I mean? It's
It's a dirty, nasty punk rock sound. I love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
the best part about Savage Remains is I was totally talking shit on their sound without realizing it was their sound, and then they started playing, and I was like, "Fuck!" I just talked shit to them about this, and like explains why it got awkward.
But they're like,
But they're not friends, so that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying, man. People were like, "Fuck the Jasons," but then they're like, "Oh, those Jasons."
Yeah.
You know, like,
we can pretty much get away with saying anything because no one knows whether or not we're fucking serious. Are we joking? We like to keep it that way, you know.
Yeah.
That's our fucking problem.
Oh.
the fucking things fell down.
There we go.
There you go.
Punk rock, innit?
Yeah.
It's your fault.
See, their flags stay up. Ours fucking
Fucking
falls
fall
down.
down.
Cheap ass.
That sums us up, doesn't it?
Yeah. He had to check then to make sure it was still up then, didn't he? So, right. What else? You want to go for a question, Or you can just let me talk?
With the Jasons, what I was going to say is with the fucking Friendly Rival with the Savage Remains, they've obviously done a song about you. You know, Ramones style fucking song about you guys.
man's blank
What, are you
now.
going to find one back with them, or what's the next step in this friendly rivalry between you fucking bands, man? Like,
They're gonna kiss each other.
it's like caressing and kissing, or...
We definitely have a song for them.
Yeah?
We knew about their song before the record came out,
Yeah.
and so we wrote a little rebuttal. And I'll just give you a hint. It's to the tune of fucking Spinal Remains by the Misfits, but it's called Steroid Remains.
Oh, the size of that fucker, he's fucking huge.
So, you know, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Like, you know, it's just we're kind of lazy, man. You know, we gotta find the time. We're working on putting fucking Get Fucked Out on vinyl right now. That's taking all our time and money.
You're the first to know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then you've got the fan club and that all up and running now.
Yeah.
That's
we're
fucking
working
again.
on-
Yeah, well, it's meant to say.
Brilliant. And the fact that you wanted to do it as an old school fan club, that you know, I mean, that you melded in. I mean, I see
I'm
your post.
fine. I'm just fucking
Yeah.
the US fucking you fucking mail
Don't
from the
even
US.
right. Do not talk to me about fucking parcels, right?
No.
Right? He's gonna get in now to wind me up now, right?
That parcel! That's a pain in my
Fucking
That
parcel.
parcel is a pain in my life! Oh, this shit I've heard off of him about that fucking parcel. That parcel has ruined my life because of
What's
him.
your name again?
Yeah.
Mr. Monster.
God damn it! It's not that. I sent him a parcel as well, and it still hasn't got to him either. So someone's fucking with us two.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
It's terrible too because, like, it looked like somebody drop kicked it.
Yeah, dude, they fucked that shit up.
Yeah.
But you know, we're gonna get it back out in the mail though. But my goal is next time I'm gonna take one of literally everything we have and just put it in there because I feel like at this point it just needs to get to you. And if the box is bigger, maybe
Yeah.
it'd be
Before
more,
we have a
you know.
complete breakdown,
Yeah.
beat up some postal worker. Before I go
Well, you were
postal.
that fucking close to doing it before.
Yeah.
I am postal right now.
Yeah. So right, okay, so we've done all the music side of things, right?
You better get rid of it.
Top three Friday the 13th movies. Doesn't have to be in order. Just what, in your opinion, is the top three?
You want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
You go first.
I'm gonna go with part 5, of course. I'm gonna probably then actually just go 5, 4, 3, man. I mean, I like the later films and stuff, but those first 5 to me are the perfect little fucking
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking shit, man. Like, definitely 3. You know, obviously I'm biased, but 3 is really fucking good.
Yeah, big time.
On a lot for the time that it came out and the suspense that it fucking builds up and everything.
It was like a 3D film, wasn't it, as well? It was like part 3 was like...
Yeah.
See what you did there.
Part 3 was 3D.
Yeah, you had Jaws 3D at the same time, didn't you, as well? So.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Nothing.
It would either be part 4 or part 6.
I love part 6.
Yeah.
So good.
Unlike most Friday the 13th people, like, I could care less about fucking Tommy Jarvis. Like, what they did with the character was really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm a little kid and I'm upset. To now he's like a fucking teenager in a fucking home for bad kids. And, like, is that fucking a thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a part 5 is a great movie and shit. But, and then, like, in part 6, now he's, like, the badass that's gonna go kill Jason. And I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like,
Tommy Jarvis ruins everything!
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Tommy Jarvis ruined my life!
He put someone through a table. I like that. I dig that. Yeah, I like putting people through tables. I dig that. That was a good part.
Tommy Jarvis was called in part 4.
Yeah, exactly. He killed Jay. He officially
He killed Jason! And he just dig the fucker up and turn into a zombie, get himself killed. Bastard. Fucking hate Tommy Jarvis, he's a cunt.
You're getting carried away there, aren't you?
He's a fucking cunt.
Jesus.
Fuck Tommy Jarvis.
So I got some inside information for you guys. You ready? Okay. So in the first Friday the 13th movie, right? Like every time you see the killer's hands, they're fucking hairy. She's got hairy knuckles, right? People always ask if that's Pamela's hands. I'm gonna tell you something, man. All those murders were not committed by Pamela Voorhees. They were committed by a fledgling serial killer named Roy. And nobody fucking knew that until today.
And then blamed it on Pamela.
Yep. She took the...
Pamela.
Yeah. In the same way that no matter where Jessica Fletcher goes, there's a fucking murder.
Don't you start on my Jessica.
They won't know that.
She's my I'm getting a Jessica Fletcher tattoo here. Murder She Wrote is the greatest TV show of all time.
You reckon?
Yeah. Don't ever start on my Jessica.
Well, I'll fucking touch the nerve there.
I love my Jessica Fletcher.
So, there's always a question we like to we put to every band, right? And it's basically, if you had a 4-piece band, and you could put any iconic horror movie character in said place, right? And don't fucking cheapen out on me and say, well, you know what I'll do? I'm going to have 4 Jasons play each fucking instrument.
You're barred from mentioning Jason Voorhees.
No
Jason Voorhees, you're barred from saying him.
So if you had a 4-piece band, singer, bassist, guitarist and drummer, it could be a Scream Queen, it could be a Universal Monster, it could be anything. Any era, anything.
30s, 1920s.
Who would you guys put in each place?
Alright, get excited to know. No Jason Voorhees.
Lead guitarist, the fucking demon dude from Trick or Treat. Fucking, he's like fucking shred.
Sleepy Kerr.
Sammy Kerr.
Fucking, and then fucking the dude from Sleepover Massacre 2.
Sleepaway Camp.
No,
you mean Slumber Party Massacre?
Slumber Party Massacre 2. You know, you got that
Slumber
big guitar with the at the top. And then, who would be next?
See, I got a different thing.
So you got a whole different thing. All right. And then
what instrument though? What instrument would they play?
Oh fuck, I don't know. They play guitar in the movies. They can play guitar in the fucking band. Fucking shit.
Yo, Freddy Krueger was a good frontman.
Yeah. I'm out.
Alright, here's what I got, man. I would do a punk band.
I just got really excited about fucking Trick or Treat. I was like, I'm gonna say that.
So I would have a punk band, and for the singer, I would have Stripe from the Gremlins. For the drummer, I would have that bald critter, the one on part 2 that gets his top of his hair shot off.
Yeah.
And then for bass and guitar, I would get the little ghoulies, the one that came out of the toilet, the bald one. And then on the other side over here, you would have that rat ghoulie, and it'd just be like a fucking
like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, they'd be like ghoulie punks. You know?
Oh yeah,
the ghoulie punks. See, I would have thought you'd gone for my wife when I was talking to my wife about this question, and she gave me the best answer for a bass player. We've asked a lot of bands this question, but she has gave me the best answer to a bass player. She said she would have Chucky as the bass player because it reminds her of Dee Dee. With the little fucking bobbed hair, and the old how small he was, and I was like, no, that's a fucking answer. That's why I married you, because of that fucking answer right there.
No, get out.
Yeah.
Dee Dee Ramone.
Yeah, no wash up.
Nothing.
Yeah, you got anything else you want to ask? No, you just leave it all to me.
Yeah, it's your interview, man.
Ah.
I told you it were.
I see.
What I'd like to ask is, obviously, Jason's got a little bit of a cult following over here through XYZ people. There's a handful of people that have heard of you guys in the UK, and we've done our best to get you guys over here.
It'll happen.
When are you coming to the UK?
Yeah.
We're coming to the UK not this year, but next year. We are coming next year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We've been speaking, we have big plans.
I get the impression that's the case, actually, from what I've heard.
Yeah, man.
So,
Unless you fancy coming over and watching Wasp at some point in time.
Yeah, yes, I would
Because-
actually.
funny
Yeah,
you
I
say
wanna-
that. My favourite album of all time, from any singer, any album, is
Bumblebee.
The Crimson Idol by Wasp. In my opinion, just my opinion, the greatest album of all time is The Crimson Idol by Wasp.
We listened to that. We just did like a little run of shows, and we discovered it. We're not old school Wasp fans, man.
Oh, really?
We just Chainsaw Charlie on our way to the show, and
Cocksucking asshole, that's what they call me. It's a great album. How about you guys come to UK? Come party with us and we go see Wasp.
Oh.
What's that?
I say that tour isn't going to America, is it?
No, because I think he hates America, man.
Right.
I think.
How about you guys come over here with us?
Fuck yeah, man.
We're
trying to.
Fucking
If
Wasp.
Yeah.
We would, but goddamn, it's gonna be a fucking expensive trip.
Yeah, fucking plane tickets
yeah.
and shit. Fucking asshole.
We'll make it worth your while, trust me.
Are you gonna go to the Crimson Idol shows though? Or are you gonna?
Well, if you're going, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of going, definitely. You know what I mean? It's one of them things that's, again, it's just going to happen once. It's a one-off. They're not going overseas with it. It's just something that happens here, and that's what it is. Yeah.
Crimson Idol is the greatest album of all time, and I challenge anyone to say Crimson Idol by Wasp is. Let's go do it. Come on.
Like in America at least, like the US of A, you get a ton of people, like even at punk rock shows lately, like more and more cell phones and shit like that up in the air. Is it like that over there too?
Yeah.
Like is that?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Same
It's kind of
thing,
like
yeah.
that here, yeah.
Especially if you go see the big bands that play stadium tours and stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's it. That one song comes out, they're it's all up sort of thing.
Well, I'm usually asleep by then, but
I
yeah.
think it comes down to health and safety. They don't want to fire with lighters and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use your phones, it's safer.
Right.
No, more than welcome. Come over here with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. We wanna do a huge production, man. We wanna be like Kiss did for the Demon on Nitro and shit, and like fucking what Lemmy did for fucking Triple H and shit. You know, like we wanna be playing, running down the fucking punching people in the face and shit.
Yeah. Well, you get your closest, you better play me, and I'll come down and run punch people in the fucking face and shit.
You didn't think twice, would you?
Not down with that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? I tell you what you guys need to do. You need to rewrite Crusher and call it "I'm the Monster" instead. That's what you need to do.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
There you go. You're right there. That's a good idea. You know what I mean?
Monster right here.
You stop touching my head.
I can't help it. You got a lovely head.
It's like some
I'm
sort
the
of Jimmy
monster.
Savile or some shit.
King of the ring.
Overhead. Overhead. Overhead.
So, is there anything you would like to ask us?
How long does it take to do your makeup?
About 25 minutes, on average. And the worst bit is when you got to do put your face paint on, for say, like a picture in a newspaper or something like that. You spend 25 minutes putting it on.
Crime Watch.
Fucking 15 minutes taking it off your Crime Watch. And you have like 4 pictures. You're in the face paint for all of 4 or 5 minutes. You're done, dusted, he's fucked off, and you've got to take it all back off again, sort of thing. So, but after 10 years of doing it, I must have put it on 500 times at least anyway. Do you know what I mean? I've gone into autopilot now, and it's just, do you know what I mean? I wish I could just put a mask over it and it's done. You know what I mean? Which is why I created my mask. So for promos and stuff, I don't have to put it all on to film a little section sort of thing. You know what I mean? We were out in the woods today filming the little bit for the video I'm doing. So that's all ready now. I filmed my rant, so that's all filmed and done. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was.
I gotta send you that track, don't I? That's right. Don't let us forget, and we'll send it to you like today.
I'll be in touch.
I definitely have a question for you guys. So as far as I don't know if you guys are horror convention attendees. I'm guessing maybe like, do you guys have you noticed a change in horror conventions since The Walking Dead happened?
Fucking right, I do. Same as when I used to go to the comic book conventions, and it changed all of a sudden when fucking Big Bang Theory come out.
And
it's
like,
are you shitting me? Well, they've turned it into this circus of who can dress the skimpiest, or who can dress this, that, and the other. It's not. You see people who dressed in the superhero costumes and the horror costumes and that. They're not fans. They're just doing it because they're told to do that shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been going to horror cons now for nearly 20 years, and when I went there 20 years ago, I'm showing my fucking age now, aren't I? When I went there 20 years ago, you know what I mean? I'd meet Pinhead and Doug Bradley. And there he is, signing my extra items for free, fucking bunging his name on my laserdisc and shit, you know what I mean? Picture taken for free. Now they want £25 English just to have a picture taken with them. Do you know what I mean? It's become so big business because of Big Bang and Walking Dead. I think are the two catalysts in this whole fucking scenario.
Do you think everything's become easily accessible now, though?
Yeah.
Like now, like it's like a passing fad. Like before, if you were like had. I don't know, like a Frankenstein tattoo or something. You probably like, all right. Whereas now,
you presume.
Whereas now it's like it's trendy. It's like, oh wow, I'm
going to the
fucking.
You see some fucker wearing a fucking glittery pink Ramones t-shirt, and you're like,
I've got that t-shirt.
You've just gone and got that from the fucking supermarket. There should be some sort of. You should answer the questionnaire when going to buy certain t-shirts.
No, I disagree. I would disagree with this. I think let people be a stupid walking billboard. Let them wear it. Let them wear it.
Yeah, we had a controversy. We had a controversy last year.
If you want some idiot to walk around in a Ramones t-shirt and never heard their songs,
no, it's not right.
No, let them wear it. That fucking idiot is parading around wearing our band's t-shirt.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I've got 3,000 words.
There should be a questionnaire. If you go and buy a Batman t-shirt, they say to you, right, before you buy this Batman t-shirt, and they ask you 5 questions. You get 3 out of the 5 right, you get the fucking t-shirt. If you don't get 3 out of the 5 right, I'm sorry sir, but you cannot own that t-shirt. Because you know fuck all.
I disagree. I think let that idiot walk around parading themselves about, marketing something you love.
No, because that's what we're fucking doing now.
So, I mean, look at last year. We had a big controversy last year. There's a shop called Top Girl here, right? And it's a girl's clothing store, sells shit. But they commissioned and had a Slayer t-shirt brought in, and it was the Do or Die logo with the Nazi symbol and that on it and stuff.
People wearing
it. They put it on the shelf, and it took someone to point out that there was a Nazi logo on it before they'd even pulled the shelf.
It was ages, it was months, wasn't it?
You know what I mean?
People didn't.
They didn't even know what they had on their own shelves. You know what I mean? It's like I said. You want a Ramones shirt? You answer 5 questions on the Ramones.
No, I do. I've got.
You say name 5 Ramones songs, and you dare say Blitzkrieg Bop. I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
I disagree because I've got a patch on my back, and it's a orange goblin or a patch like that. I couldn't tell you a single one of their songs, but I've seen them live 5 times. I've got a discography, and I've heard it 3 times. I've heard their entire discography 3 times, and I've seen them live dozens of times. I've seen them live more times than I can count.
Where are you going with this?
I couldn't tell you a single one of their songs, but I've got all their patches. I know I like him. You don't have to be able to say, oh, I know this song off that album, I know it's good. You just might like him.
No, I just think that
I've got an Orange Goblin patch and I've got a Clutch patch. I couldn't tell you any of their songs, but I've seen them
like the patch.
No, but I've seen them live 10 times, and I've got a whole discography. I've listened to the discography.
I bet you got a patch as well, ain't you?
And I've seen them live more times than I can count. I couldn't tell you a single song they sing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I've seen them live 10 times. So I know I like him. It doesn't always translate.
Stop talking.
No.
I've written an essay on it, you can download it.
A lot of times.
I'm definitely right.
You've the show, you've supported the band, you've seen them live, and you know that it's good. I'll tell you what, man, I did this weird wrestling podcast out here in the States, and we were talking about wrestling, and we were talking about the Jasons, and they gave me a Ramones quiz of lyrics from obscure Ramones songs, and I got 2 out of 5 because I was like, I don't fucking know when you're just reading them off to me. But I think it has to do more, though, with the fact that when people become a fan of, The Walking Dead, they think that's where it begins and ends, and that's what pisses all of us off. I agree. Someone might come up to me and say, hey, what's the only way to kill a zombie? And I'm like, motherfucker, what movie are you talking about? Because The Walking Dead is not the rule book, you know?
Yeah, it's not, no. You know what I mean?
It's not the be-all and end-all, is it?
Yeah, but that's what you get.
People think it is.
Yeah.
And zombies in general, because, people will always be like, zombies don't run, zombies can't walk, zombies can't use weapons. In the fucking Night of the Living Dead, the little girl fucking disembowels his fucking mom with a fucking garden hoe, Zombies have always been, creatures that, can do whatever the fuck they want. They might not always be able to run, but, there are some that can. And, because, just like the whole Jason thing, people will be like, oh, Jason can't run. Watch the fucking movies. He might not be fucking sprinting, but, you can't jump through a fucking window of a house
without running up at it, yeah.
People
in part 6, that's an assertive Jason. He fucking shifts in part 6. You know what I mean? He's a speed walker.
But he's a whole different ballgame in part 6, isn't he?
No, in
part 6, he's a whole different Jason.
But it's you're right in what you're saying. It's that, I mean, you ask someone who goes to the cinema to watch the Avengers who fucking Doctor Strange was, up to a year ago, they wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah. They were actually worried about that. They were worried about Doctor Strange not doing that well because he's not a huge. A lot of people know Doctor Strange. I know Doctor Strange.
He's not a franchise, is he? He's not a franchise.
Yeah. People will go now to those movies because it's a Marvel movie.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people are being introduced to the characters by saying, "Oh, it's a Marvel movie. I'll give it a shot."
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that shit because people got to find out about a fucking, if that's how they find out about it and they go on and they read it, that's cool. But a lot of people think they're fucking experts because in their limited understanding, that's where it starts and ends.
And ends, yeah. That's it. It's the bit.
Doctor Strange was a comic book for years.
It's the little bubble that Marvel have shown that have given you, and they live in that bubble. Sort of thing.
Doctor Strange comics are brilliant. Even in the 90s cartoons with Spider-Man, Doctor Strange was an ongoing character. But if you go back to Doctor Strange comics, they're fucking sick.
Oh, they're good, yeah. But in the same respect as the Turtles. You know what I mean? You try and tell somebody that before the cartoon came out and they had to give them individual colours in order for the kids to know what character they was, they're all red.
Red.
You know what I mean? You tell someone that, you know what I mean? You don't fucking believe a word you're saying. You're like, you know what I mean?
Dude, I've been for fucking years. Let me know what you think. How fucking badass would it be if we got a fucking Grindhouse or badass director and fucking made a TMNT fucking movie in the same style as fucking Sin City? And
right. Yeah.
Red masks and it was gory and fucking badass.
Yeah, and it's all black and white. It's all black and white bar the red of the masks and. You know what I mean? They were swearing, they were killing people. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
That's what it was, though.
Yeah. I mean, over here, when the 90s cartoon came out over here, we had to call them Hero Turtles. We couldn't use the word
ninja was banned. Our government
every single scene with Michelangelo over a set of nunchucks was just cut out of our cartoon over here. Do you know what I mean? It's now.
We watched it as fucking secret, didn't we?
Yeah.
Secret Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Secret Turtles.
Mutant Turtles.
No, Secret.
So
Secret. Can't say it.
So what is censor? I mean, I really can't even say that I know. As far as censorship for your horror movies, are they cut heavily or not so much?
Back in the days they were.
Back in the day they were.
Oh, they were.
Used to
Now,
be. Not now, but used to be.
For fucking, like you were saying before, the story you said to me about when you were in a kid at school.
Yeah.
Before, what we used to have on fucking TV.
On TV, yeah.
Was
Originally,
ridiculous.
before they brought in all the certification and that over here, I mean, I remember being about 6, 7 years old, and I was at my nan's, and this was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and a trailer came on for Evil Dead, and showed you basically all the most goriest bits of the movie, and was like, "Oh, we're playing this at like 6 o'clock tonight." You know what I mean? It really didn't matter. And then the laws got changed, and they banned all the movies, and it became, you know what I mean? They got all the Certificate X movies, and everything became underground. And when I first started going to the horror cons, when I was literally like 15 years old, you were going up to people that it was all VHS tapes. We just wrote on it what it was, and you'd buy that for £5. You'd take it home, and that was, you know what I mean? You'd watch Snuff and Cannibal Holocaust and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And that. I mean, I love that time, that era of time where you were going and buying the, you know, I mean, I've got a Laserdisc player and stuff, and buying, you know, I mean, you were picking up some of the old, because that was the only way we could get fully uncut movies, was on the Laserdisc print. You know, it was just one of them things, you know what I mean? And now it's got to the point where you can just go into your normal HMV and they've got the...
Everything laid up.
Yeah, I mean, the complete uncut version of Exorcist, and, do you know what I mean? And,
yeah,
but it's took us so long to
get to that
there.
point where it should have been to begin with.
Yeah.
So that was during like the video nasties kind of time.
Yeah.
Video nasty, yeah.
As shitty as that was, I'll bet it was really fucking cool to go buy those blank VHS tapes.
That's what it was.
And feel something dangerous, right?
Exactly. You got that thing of, I shouldn't have this tape.
Yeah.
And with the fact that there was no internet, so there was nothing ever leaked or this was proven wrong, and you were told stories of, oh, do you know what I mean? They used the Driller Killer. Oh, that's actually a real tramp. And like, as a 15-year-old boy, you're like, holy shit, this is real. And you go and buy the movie, and you know what I mean? You get it off of that ideal that what you were doing. Yeah, this is illegal. This is wrong. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have this movie. Do you know what I mean? And
the horror film was bad, but this is worse.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah.
I got that feeling. It was the same for us. You know, it was hard to track down shit. And the first time I finally tracked down a copy of The Burning, all I knew was the raft scene, and I watched it and I was like, when's it gonna happen? And when it finally did, I got like the fucking hair on my arms stood up because I was seeing the raft scene.
Because you'd been built upon this ideal that this scene, because I mean, you look back at most of them horror movies, they spent their budget on one particular scene. Anytime anybody talks about a horror movie, they always say, oh, do you know what I mean, the drill in the head scene in City of the Living Dead.
There's one big scene. Do you know what I mean? One big scene.
Yeah, there's that one scene. I mean, even you look at a film that is something like Don't Torture the Duckling, right? You know what I mean? The film itself isn't great, but when you consider the whip scene and the falling down the side of the cliff, it's horrifically bad. Do you know what I mean? And the first time I see Snuff, the movie, you know what I mean, and they give you a normal horror movie, and boom, at the end, you know what I mean, all of a sudden it goes into what was considered a snuff film. And as a 15, 16-year-old boy watching it going, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It was because you didn't have the internet to prove you wrong. You couldn't say this was real and that was real because it was kept out of the media. It was underground, and you only had to go by what people were telling you. Or the guy trying to sell you the videotape would say, that's the one you want, that's got, that's the one that's got this, that and the other. My dad went to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the cinema before it was banned, and I remember getting my copy of it for the first time at like, it must have been 12 years old, and I've finally got it. It's like, to me, that was the holy grail. It was like, this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I sat and watched it with my dad, which going back now, he probably was like, this 12-year-old boy sitting watching fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but my dad was telling me about scenes that weren't actually in the film. It was like it was all in his head. You know what I mean? They created these movies on this ideal that this happened and that happened and this was real and that was real.
It makes you think it in your head, and that's you carry yourself away in that fucking world, don't you? Yeah. That's in your head.
So when it comes to horror movies and that, taking away the Friday the 13th movies, what would you say a random, you know, I mean, your top 3 greatest horror movies, as in the ones
No
that
Jason Voorhees films.
the ones as in they're just like you said, The Burning, stuff like that. Do you know what I
The
mean?
Burning with Cropsey is one of the greatest films of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably my top 3 is The Burning, Zombie 2, and my third one's probably Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2.
I love Part 2. Fucking Tom. I mean, you got Tom Savini doing the effects. How can you not go wrong? You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you prefer the Tom Savini remake of Night of the Living Dead or the original?
You know what? If I'm gonna watch one of them, I'm gonna watch fucking the remake. But
I do.
If I'm gonna any one of those Romero, films, I'm gonna watch fucking Day of the Dead.
Yeah. I mean, Dawn's my personal
Day
favourite.
of the Dead. Day.
Yeah.
Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is easily the best out of those films. That is the best one he ever
See,
did.
I personally prefer Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at something like the Dario Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Where they really focus on the
Day of the Dead.
The shopping mall culture at the time. You know, when Reagan ushered in the whole mall scene and stuff like that. And Dawn of the Dead is a real glimpse at consumerism. And
Conglomerate,
Argento really wanted to focus on that. So his cut had all the zombies looking in windows and stuff like that. Where the Japanese were like, we don't want none of that. We want as much gore as we physically can get in one movie. And then
how about a movie is a movie and don't cut
both
it?
versions in it.
How about we don't cut a film and make it a movie rather than catering and cutting shit?
But it's the same.
Get a movie.
It's the same thing. I mean, over here we change fucking titles to your films all the time. Do you know what I mean? Fucking Mad Max 1, Mad Max 2, Mad Max 3. That's what we got. We didn't get Road Warrior, Mad Max, and Return to the Thunder. You know what I mean? They just named
1,
it.
2, 3. We
Yeah.
were 1, 2, 3.
You know, Rambo
yeah.
wasn't First Blood. It was just Rambo. Do you know what I mean? It was just one of
We
them.
had the name as a something, but it was 1, 2, and 3, wasn't it?
It was like a
It was 1, 2, 3,
lazy way to do shit over
The
here.
side name was a
You know what I
little
mean?
thing, wasn't it?
So what? I didn't.
Oh, you guys fucking pretty much all talked about them. Fucking Day of the Dead's one of my favorite zombie movies and shit like that.
Day of the Dead, man.
I have to say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 is really fucking awesome. I really love the grittiness to it and everything. And then Pieces is probably one of my favorite slasher movies just because of how cheesy it is and how they're like, oh, that's the bad guy. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Yeah, I really like how they delivered it. The gore in it was pretty awesome and everything. And that's just where I go with it.
Yeah, but that's what, when it comes to horror movies and you've got that funny cheesiness of it all. I mean, people watch like nowadays with Ash vs. the Evil Dead, and you go back to the original one and the effects in that, and people nowadays would look at it and go, "That's shit." Where you watched that back then and you were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man.
That is, do you know what I mean? It's some serious effects. When you look at it now, it just doesn't seem as good, but it holds that iconicness.
Looking back at those films now, they still stand test of time.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It's about standing the test of time and being that iconic movie. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I recently at work, I took my laptop to work and I showed a guy from work. He'd never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh.
So I was like, dude, seriously, you got to see this movie. And there's me fucking watching it, fucking quoting fucking lines.
All the
and shit.
lines, fucking.
And he's watching it going, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is the biggest piece of shit I've seen." And I'm like,
It's brilliant. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
I just can't believe people don't like that film.
Get out there and go and fucking dig. Go on, fuck off. You know what I mean?
Fucking great.
Go and dig that grave.
Yeah, go and dig that grave over there. Go on, get out of my fucking way. You're not going to respect certain movies.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
fuck off.
You know what I mean?
Dig your
What-
grave.
Clowns, man.
Yeah, fucking right.
What are your favorite? What's your favorite movies of this past year? Did you guys have a number one movie of this past year?
This past year.
This year, I'm literally 3 weeks into the year, so.
Past year, he said, not fucking future.
No,
Back to the
future. The
future.
last 3 years, as in
take them
the last year that we've had.
Yeah.
I would say The Witch. The Witch, I really enjoyed it. No one was going to see. I like historical dramas, and it is a historical drama, but with witches in it. So,
Right.
I like that. Yeah, The Witch was mint.
No one cares.
I thought it was sick. Jason, by yourself.
I mean, when it comes to new movies and just horror movies in general, I'm very...
Because there are some
Yeah.
really good news.
I'm just a miserable old bastard when it comes to shit like that.
My biggest problem
And
is
I would
watch
rather
them.
sit and watch an old one that I've watched 1,000 times and get 10 times more enjoyment out of it.
That's my biggest problem.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Some of the new ones are brilliant though. They've got some great.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
The thing is, I wouldn't be fucking arsed. My biggest fucking problem is with the whole majority of fucking new things. It's the jump scare bullshit. You do
It's
that
not all right that though. You gotta see the good ones. There's some. It's not.
I've basically tried to watch every fucking new horror film to come out.
Jump scares.
And it's basically fucking bullshit jump scares. Possessed.
No, I know what you mean.
Possessed little girls. It's the same bullshit. Blah, blah,
easy scares.
blah.
Easy
and it's
scares.
like, to be fair, don't get me wrong. I watch it. The biggest fucking fright I ever got in my entire life back in the fucking day was from The Exorcist.
You told me that.
It's the first proper horror film I ever watched.
That's okay.
And ever since then, that's the one horror film that's really fucking terrifying.
That's a good question, actually. Right. So, what was the one moment in horror in your lifetime that will stick for you forever? Because when you originally watched it, scared the living shit out of you. Personally, for me, the Nazi werewolf scene in American Werewolf in London.
Oh, God!
When I was a kid, that terrified me.
When I was 7 years old, that literally made me piss my pants.
So what was that
yeah.
one scene that will stick with you forever and give you that memory of being
when David Kessler
genuinely fucking scared?
David Cameron.
Because you don't get that nowadays.
Mine are extremely fucking dumb. So like, you judge the fuck out of me. I don't give a shit. But we stumbled upon house number 4. And, like, the fucking scene where the pizza comes to life and, like, fucking tries to kill the woman and shit, that, as a little kid, I couldn't comprehend why it was fucking happening.
What the fuck was going off? Yeah, I get that.
One of the first fucking horror movies I ever saw, because I'm younger than all you old assholes. One of the first fucking movies I ever saw, I walked in on my dad watching Leprechaun. And, like, that was...
yes.
Little fucking 3D fucking
Little
sit his
Warwick
pants,
Davis,
you know,
yeah.
like fucking on fucking.
Which one? Because there's like 5 Leprechaun films out.
The first one.
First one. That's what he said. Not Leprechaun, in the hood.
In the hood.
In the hood.
It was Las Vegas, actually.
Yeah.
For me, when I was 8 years old, my mom was really sick. And my sister let me watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. And that scene where Leatherface pulls open that metal door and he's gone. Like, I saw that, and it did something to my mind where, as a small child at 8 years old, anything that could be opened like that, a curtain, a fucking door, I was terrified of him coming out. And it fucked with me for years and years until at the age of like 13, I saw Texas Chainsaw 2 on the shelf at my local video store. And I remember like I was looking up thinking like I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to fucking rent this movie and watch it by myself because it was like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
And I fucking did. I ate pizza. I watched that movie. And that was the moment that I became a fucking horror fan because it was
exactly what I did with The Exorcist.
Yeah. And I also realized this is a great time, you know? And it was like, that movie was the first movie that scared me, and then its sequel was the first movie that made me love horror films. So.
Yeah.
There's to this day, I don't know what the name of the movie was, but there's these ship robbers or some shit like that. They stumble upon a cruise ship that, and it's not Ghost Ship or any of those fucking movies. It's this giant fucking octopus creature attaches to the bottom, and all of its tentacles go through all the pipes and everything in the fucking movie, and it sucks this woman through the toilet, and her blood just flies all over the wall and everything, and I was petrified of shitting after that. Like, in my little kid, I was like, suck me through the toilet. And like
that might feel kind of good though.
No, you fucking be like sucked in, like not like sucked you through the toilet, you know, like not like octopus came up and like grabbed you and like fucking sucked you in. But like everyone on that ship, and like there's one scene where like they see a tentacle moving, so they shoot it and it rips open and this guy falls out of it, and he's like, "Oh, help me!" And his friends are all like, "Oh no!" And then it fucking comes down and eats him again. And I'm like, oh! Like, it fucked with me. I thought the octopus was under my bed. Like, it fucked with me.
I don't know what movie that is.
It
I
sounds
have no
awesome,
idea what that
right?
is either.
Sounds sexy.
I watch it.
At first I thought he was talking about Leviathan, but it wasn't. Yeah, so
Right.
I can't fucking find it, man. I have no idea what fucking movie it was. Like, I'm lost.
Yeah.
If anyone watches this and knows it, fucking shoot us a message.
get in fucking touch and tell us what movie that actually is.
Yeah. Dude, it took me like 10 years to find out that pizza scene was in House 4. Like, I told same thing. I told everyone the story about this fucking pizza that comes to life. And everyone's like, oh, you're making it up. That's not a real movie. And I'm like, it's a fucking movie, man. Like, she didn't want anchovies, and there's fucking anchovies, and then the fucking ate her hand. Like, fuck off.
And it took you until the end of the day you found that movie and was like, see, I wasn't fucking lying.
When he found it, he got a VHS compilation of pizza commercials and pizza scenes from movies. It's a fucking awesome VHS. I fucking love it. And, like, in that VHS, that scene happened. And I was like, I fucking told you! I fucking told you!
So you were like, yeah, it's not the fucking pizza scene from fucking Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. I've seen it.
Fucking right.
I seen it!
Fucking right. Right, so anyway, also as well, I was speaking, well, because I've really not, I've kind of run out of shit to say. So, you said that you were going to fucking play us a little song.
Yeah. So, do you want us? How many songs do you want us to play, or what was your plan? What was your plan?
Right.
I don't have...
Right, how about a Jason song of your choice, and then a Ramones cover?
Alright.
Done.
So here you go, look. Here's what I made earlier.
So we want to do we had a couple songs in mind. Can we play a couple?
You play as many as you want.
Alright. So we've done a bunch of like we've done some different podcasts and some TV stuff, and we always play like fucking Asshole, and we always play we always play like American Slasher. So we're gonna do songs we don't normally do.
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Death kiss, baby, don't go to that place. Death kiss, baby, don't go. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't spit a dip, don't ever take a candy trip. No blues, no sin, repent. Don't fuck your girlfriend in a tip. Don't stay, run away. Don't get laid, don't pour no way, no fucking way. You'll end up dead, you're not the first. This place is cursed, this place is gotta death kiss. A death kiss, baby, got it, that place is gotta death kiss. A death kiss, baby, don't go. Don't push your luck. Don't snort your cocaine in your truck. Don't you know? Go back home. Leave that fucking camp alone. You'll die, your friends will too. Don't sniff that glue, that fucking glue. You'll end up dead, you're not the first. This place is cursed, this place is gotta death kiss. Death kiss, baby, gotta that place is gotta death kiss. Death kiss, baby, gotta that place is gotta death kiss. Death kiss! Death kiss, baby, gotta that place is gotta death kiss. Death kiss! Death kiss, baby, let's go. Tina's been through psychotherapy. She's got telekinesis. The doctors treat her like schizophrenia. She's got telekinesis. She's got a lot of trouble, but she's got a lot of days. The doctors always tell her that she's going through a phase. Not a day to say, got a special connection. And if she had a year time, she could join the X-Men. Tina's got telekinesis. Telekinesis. Tina's like telekinetic girl. You make my heart beat, that's why I love you so. We under your control, 'cause you're the only girl I want. I swallowed my fucking gun. got to feel like sugar-free. She's got telekinesis. Yeah, she's got a lot of television, she's got a lot of race. The doctors always tell her that she's going through a phase. I'm not afraid to say we got a special connection.
And she had a unitard and she could join the X-Men.
Tina's got telekinesis, telekinesis. Tina's not telekinetic, girl. You make my heart beat, that's why I get so. Must be under your control, cause you're the only girl I wanna hold. Now Hollywood's not here, so I'm just gonna play the Christmas song. Oh, come all ye faithful. Whatever. Tina's got telekinesis. Tina's got telekinetic, girl. You make my heart beat, that's why I get so. Must be under your control, cause you're the only girl I wanna
Oh.
Hanging out on Second Avenue, eating chicken beans. I just want to be you. I just want to have something to do tonight.
Tonight. Tonight.
Tonight, we're alright. Tonight. Wait, now. Hey, I don't wanna be with you, but yeah, I just want to be with you. I just wanna have something to be tonight. We're alright.
What? Check what name it is.
Tonight. Wait, now. Boom.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Right.
example of the Ramones just writing lyrics that don't make any sense. Wait now is the chorus. What the fuck does that even mean? Huh?
But nowadays you look at it and you go, fuck yeah, wait now.
That means something.
It's the Ramones. They can't do any wrong. Yeah, it's what
You
they
don't
think.
question the Ramones. You don't question the Ramones. What they had to say meant something.
Yeah. So go on quickly then. In no particular order, top 5 Ramones songs.
Love you.
You
Oh,
want me to start?
You go ahead and start. There's so many fucking good ones. It's
Tell me
hard.
about it.
Baby, I Love You is the best Ramones song ever written.
I'm gonna
Well,
say,
that's-
in no order, Animal Boy, Poison Heart, probably fucking, God, I love 8-Man Hop. I like
Yeah.
Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, and what's my last one? Fucking, you know what? Just because it's fucking dumb, like, now I want to sniff some glue. It's just cool, man.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. I reckon I've got to say Endless Vacation,
Yeah.
Good choice, actually.
Havana Affair.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love that song. Don't Go Down to the Basement.
How can you put it into 5?
I know, this is the problem. I was thinking of this last night and I was like, right, I'm going to ask V what his top favourite 5 is and I've got to have an answer back for my top 5.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I was like, fuck.
I
How can I condense 5 songs from the greatest band to walk the face of the planet into 5 songs? And it was just like...
It does what mood with the
I'm gonna
Ramones.
say, yeah.
With the Ramones, it does what mood you're in. Like, to me, I like Baby I Love You is my favourite
It's a
Ramones
fucking
song.
brilliant song.
But it's not a punk rock and roll Ramones song.
No.
You got fucking
But they were-
Pet Cemetery is one of the greatest songs of all time. But it depends what mood you're in.
Yeah.
Like, you want this kind of Ramones, you want that kind of Ramones. It depends on mood.
Ramones just cover all areas.
To me, Baby I Love You is the best Ramones song, but it might not be your favourite.
But they've
got a punk song,
yeah.
but I love it.
What's your favourite Ramones cover? The song that they've covered from another band, because because they like to do that. So what would you say was your favourite cover?
Do you want to think?
Obviously.
I'm gonna go with Street Fighting Man.
Nice choice.
Here's a question for you, and because when you talk about the Ramones, it's everything's pretty much great, but we talk about this all the time. Is there a Ramones song that you fucking hate? Because I have one. I don't know about 3D, but I have
Ramones song that I hate.
Some of them get overplayed.
I
say some of them get overplayed, but I hate them. Like they get overplayed because they're good songs. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
What is my least favourite Ramones songs? I would probably say.
That's a fucking hard one.
That's a good question. Good question.
That's a good fucking question. Because there's not much that I come across.
There's not a shit song out there. Let's face it.
Yeah, it's
album-wise, it's what you're listening to.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I can't even think of a. That's a fucking tough question.
Your least favourite Ramones song.
Least favourite. It's usually it's like, what's your favourite Ramones song? Right, I'm going to say least favourite Blitzkrieg Bop. Fuck it, I'm going with that.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Every time you hear Blitzkrieg Bubble, you turn it off. He hates it. Yeah, he turns it off. Because to you, it's overplayed.
Yeah. They use it on adverts over here and everything, and it's.
I like the Rob Zombie version, man.
Well, I said that. I don't like it.
Suppose like Rob Zombie Halloween as well, don't you?
We do actually.
Yeah, I thought you might. Yeah.
Lucas, man, fucking.
Hey, I love Rob Zombie's last film, so it's alright, Lucas.
What, 31?
31, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking dug that. And I thought the main guy that they used at the end, I thought he would make an amazing Joker. Absolutely fucking brilliant. He's even got it's like he's on purposely said, this guy can do it. Fuck Jay Leno. You know what I mean?
Yeah, terrible.
He's fucking shit. I didn't bother with that shit. You know what I mean?
Do you watch it?
So what do you reckon is your? What's the song you don't like the most then?
Come on, Reigns.
The song that I hate the most, and I really hate it, is "Go Little Camaro Go."
I like it.
I hate the way he tries to stuff the words in. Like it's okay. Now here's what I would never fucking say that Joey Ramone wrote something wrong, but my theory on that song is that they were trying to write a song that sounded like something they did before, and they didn't have any good ideas. Because instead of going, go Camaro, go, he fucking sticks in that, go little Camaro, go. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and it's an extra word.
Thing like girls fun, blah, 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 for everyone. Yeah. I hate it.
So I the iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter is it's got a rhyme in certain.
Yeah. Like they threw in an extra word when they really didn't need to.
There's no iambic pentameter that doesn't work.
I don't know what you're going about. You've lost me.
In terms of songwriting, iambic pentameter means like, certain songs got a certain structure.
Yeah.
And that exact song throws it out the window.
Yeah, it's like an extra beat when it's there. Sort of
it's almost like kicking the teeth. Like, what?
And here's the question:
it doesn't work.
When was Ramones ever about driving fucking convertible cars and shit? That's not what the Ramones were about.
No, is it fuck? You know.
No, it's not. No.
It seems very forced, man. And I mean, I love the Ramones more than any band, but I also feel like I don't want to be blinded and just. When I see something that's shitty, I'll be like, all right, it's shitty. Yeah, they did a million other good songs, so it doesn't matter. But in the grand scheme of things, that's my least favorite. I'd still rather listen to that than most other songs. But I don't. He likes it though. He loves it.
I don't see what the big fucking deal is, man. Like it's go little Camaro, go. Like that's I don't know. I just don't see anything wrong with it. I can't really defend it. I don't have like a strong argument to defend it. I just don't see anything wrong with it. You know, like it sounds good to me. You know, like it's definitely like go little Camaro, go. But still, I don't know, man. I like it. I like that. It just kind of I don't know. Like I said, I do not have an argument to defend how I feel about it, but I like it.
I feel like he sings it like Morrissey sings. You know how Morrissey crams all those
I like
fucking
it more. I
syllables?
dislike it. So
You know, like Morrissey will fucking be like, and we walked by the side of the road and we held hands and it was fun and it was a good time. And you're like,
Yeah, he speeds it up to fit the words that he needs.
yeah. He changes it to make it rhyme.
Joey can't do that shit, you know?
No.
That's one thing Morrissey can do that Joey can't, you know?
I'm a fucking person on the planet who doesn't give a fuck about Morrissey. Like, I just don't. I don't.
I love Morrissey. I think Morrissey's fucking cool.
I like the Smiths. Morrissey's alright.
Yeah.
I like the Smiths. I'm a very miserable person, so.
What do you think of the Sex Pistols?
Yeah, man, try being in love with a girl that's got a dick, man. That's even harder, man. Like I feel like I just listen to Morrissey because of that.
So what do you think of the Sex Pistols?
I fucking like that first record. I mean, the only record I like. As much as they might have been a put together band, that fucking record kind of breathes fire, man.
It does. Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan. As an old school punk living in England, you walk around with a mohawk, and the first thing in any garage or supermarket, the first thing someone comes up to you is Sex Pistols. You know, it's like, fuck you, I like the Ramones. You know what we're talking about. Shut up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. They were way after.
Here's what's sad, man. If you walk around dressed like the Ramones here in the United States, people ask you where your fucking motorcycle is. So fucking what? But yeah, you know, I look at the Sex Pistols record like Slayer, man. The fucking idiots that like Slayer ruin Slayer for a lot of people, and the idiots that don't know the Sex Pistols or just fucking use that as their
Casual fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
love
people
Slayer,
are,
I love the Sex Pistols, but you gotta take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. Slayer are great, the Sex Pistols are great, but don't overindulge your fucking pre-convictions into what it fucking is. Sex Pistols did some fucking good tunes. Yeah, they're putting together a marketable piece together band, but
Backstreet Boys.
yeah, they're Backstreet
You
Boys.
wouldn't have got no.
But there's some good songs.
no boy
but the
bands
songs
before
were
that.
good. But the songs were good. They had good songs.
Yeah, and they were dressed by Vivian Westwood and stuff.
Yeah,
I get all
Vivian
that,
Westwood
you know
was
what I mean?
brilliant. They
Over the rest,
And-
they couldn't do shit.
You got to remember that the Ramones tried as hard as they could to be a top 10, you know, popular band. They were looking for that formula.
Yeah.
They were so fucking punk rock that they couldn't even fit themselves into it. But, you know, the Ramones tried to get success, and they were very image conscious and all that stuff. You know, like Johnny Ramone wasn't going to let that band hit the stage wearing anything but fucking leather jackets, and that's where problems came in with Dee Dee. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the Sex Pistols had an image, but they wrote some, that fucking guitar player wrote some great fucking riffs, man, you know?
I mean, yeah, they can put
yeah.
together a fucking great best of album. I'll give them that. Do you know what I mean?
exactly. Good best of.
Yeah. Sid Vicious is a whole different story. That dude couldn't even play his instrument.
Yeah, like
No, the first time he ever had a bass guitar was when he went on stage, and it was someone else playing bass behind him, and he was like, "I don't even know how to hold it. Like, what am I doing?"
It was fake. It was contrived.
Yeah,
it was written for them.
Yeah.
But
But it was good. But no, Sid
I think
Vicious was not this fucking great bass player. No, he didn't know how to hold a bass guitar. If you watch him in the videos, he's struggling to hold it. He's like,
it's like you in this conversation.
yeah,
Struggling to hold
struggling
it.
to hold it. Piece it together.
Piece it together and just find pieces you ain't talking about.
I was struggling in this conversation like fucking Sid Vicious was on the bass guitar.
I think it's that cowboy hat shutting something off. Did I tell you I played with Johnny Cash? Shook his hand once.
His hand was better.
Do you
So
guys
anyway.
know a band called Abrasive Wheels? Is that a UK-based band?
I've never heard of Abrasive Wheels. No, I've never heard of them.
No, me neither, no. Abrasive Wheels.
oh, you dropped your phone, you dumbass.
I'm going to look it up.
Guys,
I think they're
yeah,
from the
Abrasive
UK. I
Wheels.
don't know.
No, never heard
No,
of them.
not me, no, not heard of them.
You know, when it comes to UK punk bands, Who do you like that's from the UK? Do you like your older style stuff like the Subhumans and stuff like that, or do you saying? I mean, there are bands out there nowadays. You know what I mean? That still do play proper punk rock, but
For me, it's the Addicts. That's like my shit. I fucking love the Addicts. And the Exploited's from the UK too, aren't they?
yeah, Exploited in the UK. Yeah, they're a British band. Of all of that, all that sort of era and stuff. It's. Do you know what I mean? When punk was punk, you know what I mean? It was, they had something to say, they had something, they had
a reason to
fight. Yeah. In the same way that, I suppose you could have the same argument with rap music and hip hop music nowadays. Back in the 80s and 90s, they had something to say, there was a reason for the music, and it was, you know what I mean? They could feel the love, you know what I mean? But nowadays, it's just, oh, look at me, I brought a convertible fucking car out of the money you paid for my album. They rub it in your face, do you know what I mean? It's just one of them things, so.
Well, okay.
I'm trying to.
How you say that?
I swear to God, the band is from the UK. Maybe I'm wrong, man.
Fucked up.
Yeah. So, let me see. I heard this band, man. Yeah, West Yorkshire, England, man.
Yorkshire?
No, from here, Joe.
Yeah. They're a great band. Like, I just found them listening to shit on the internet, and I was like,
what are they called?
I really this shit, man.
What's that band you showed me, Glory? The fucking something.
Boots and they meant the Boots and Braces. Oh, the fuck are they called? Yeah, because I sent you the link to it, didn't I? Yeah. And again, they're a band that's only been around sort of the last 5-6 years, and they're proper punk rock, and they're fucking awesome. There is a few. It's very far between getting bands of that caliber nowadays, sort of thing. A lot of it, people do strive to. Oh, I want to be on fucking Kerrang, or I want to be on this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them things where, like you guys, it's just like I'm playing fucking music. If you don't like it, tough fucking shit. You know what I mean? And the people that do like it, you respect because they understand your music. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of that fucking band's called.
Oh, no, it's fucking about. It's pissing me off, actually.
It's on my phone.
I know what you're on about.
Yeah, it's on my phone, and my phone's downstairs. So.
What, guys? What were you on about? You said the band from Yorkshire.
Abrasive Wheels.
Abrasive Wheels.
I'm going to look into them when we finish this. I'm going to have a quick fucking look.
I lived in Yorkshire for 10 years. I should know this, but
you lived in Yorkshire.
I wine and dine with kings and queens in Yorkshire, man.
Yeah, Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yo, I like this fucking metal band called Sabat from the UK. Also, you heard of them?
No, I've never heard of them either.
It's different shit, but I kind of like them too. Man, it seems like
band, aren't we? What are the band called?
From Italy and shit. Italy or Canada. Like, there's a lot of good Ramones core in Italy.
The Manges and Latte Plus, those are really fucking great.
Yep. Fucking High School Dropouts, the Retarded.
High School Dropouts, yeah.
All these good bands. Yeah.
I like conversation, don't we?
Yeah, man. As far as UK bands go, there's probably a lot that I like that I don't even know are from there, you know?
It's one of them things. Yeah, it's the way it works, isn't it? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like we hear bands and we're like, oh, you know, and all of a sudden they turn out to be a Spanish band or something. Yet there they are singing in full-blown English, and you wouldn't even tell.
Well, look at Blessed Against Zombies.
Yeah.
Key example.
I don't know what the goes.
Blessed Against Zombies sound very English, but they're Austrian. Austrian, yeah. But some of the best fucking psychobilly horror punk songs I've heard in Blessed Against Zombies. Key English, but it's Austrian.
Yeah. No.
Doesn't always add up, does it?
No, that's it. That's one of them things.
Treatment. They're like a I don't know, kind of not as tough sounding Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses type music. They toured with Kiss once, and
that's my kind of thing, man.
Yo, I used to like this band called Gorotted, and then they changed
Garroted,
yeah.
Garroted, are fucking sick, man. Garroted, man.
Yeah.
They got rid of they had two singers, they got rid of one and changed their name, and I didn't like it after that. But and I thought that band was really fucking good, man.
Garroted are fucking sick, man.
Garroted.
Garroted are fucking good, man. Yeah, Garroted.
Yeah, we have got some good bands. It's easier nowadays to do things like that. People can do it within the confines of their own house and stuff. Do you know what I mean? With YouTube and that, you can become a star without leaving your fucking house, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Over here we have, I mean, like you've got it over there, like your X Factors and all that sort of shit with that fucking arsehole Simon Cowell. Do you know what I mean? And it's all contrived and it's all made up and there's
political shite.
Yeah, just shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Fucking.
Imagine if like Crimson Ghosts on there, they fucking shit themselves.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, it's the same as when Lordy won the fucking.
I love that because I mean that was a step.
It broke the mould sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it did.
Well, you just got shit in the charts. Do you think So I've got this theory that Lady Gaga's a man. Do you reckon so?
Don't be daft, you fucking Wally.
Fully naked now, like you can see her twat and shit.
Yo, I wouldn't hold it against her if she had a dick, though. I mean, you know.
She's always covering. You know what I mean? Her Adam's apple. You know what I mean? The whole joke behind poker face and you can't see the real me and all this sort of, I think she's a fucking dude. You know what I mean? Great body for a dude. I'd give him that. You know what I mean? But hey,
what are you on about?
I'm on about fucking
Lady Gaga being a man.
She's a man.
Definitely not a man.
Yeah, it is. You don't know what you're
Definitely not a man.
You can't tell shit. You don't fucking know nothing. Man.
Her titties are too saggy to be man tits.
Shim. That's what she is. She's a shim.
She's a he-she.
Yeah.
A he-she shim.
A shim.
I think she's a sexy lady, baby.
Fucking right. So.
You got a dick. There you go.
Dude looks like a lady or lady looks like a dude.
Either way. It's opposite.
Either way.
Lady like a dude.
Lady looks like
a gorgeous. I think she's fucking brilliant.
I didn't say I weren't arguing if I just said that she's got a great body for a man. You go to Thailand, you can say the same thing. It's not a big deal. Do you know what I mean?
Do you remember City Band Tokyo Hotel? It fucking sucked, but like I remember the first time I saw them, I thought that was a woman, but it was like a really like womanly looking guy. Fuck, I thought Davey from fucking AFI was a woman the first time I saw him. Davey.
Yeah. Davey Havoc, I'll tell you what though, Davey Havoc is an attractive dude. He's got that fucking. We thought he was going to be the next horror punk guy, but he switched it up on us, you know.
That's one band like. But I seem to know a lot of people that are like, "Oh, AFI changed my life," and I could care less.
Nah, I'm not a big AFI fan.
I used to be. I used to fucking love AFI, and then lately I've been listening to it and I go, no.
Nah.
I was like, fucking. I saw them back in 2007, maybe.
That's me. I liked him when I was younger, and I listened to him. No, I don't like him. It's like going back and watching Tron. It was like I used to like Tron when I was younger. Now I look at Tron and it's like.
It's like they came over to the UK. He was wearing like a fucking white suit, and he came out with like some fucking bright fucking red lipstick and all this kind of stuff, and it was fine. So he started acting like a proper woman. You're wrong. Whatever you're into, it's fine with me. Whatever.
Then floats your boat.
But the way he was performing songs, it was fucking ridiculous. Then I left the gig and I kind of went, I feel a bit weird.
Yeah. I've got that weird feeling.
What about on Trio?
I don't have an erection.
The what, sorry?
Got him. Fucking told you, boy.
Jerked off to it.
Shit.
What about Alkaline Trio?
I don't mind them. I used to like them. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to that, when it comes to like some of the bands, I mean, what do you think of NoFX?
You know what?
I like them.
I don't give a shit about NoFX. It's crazy, but I don't. I think it's because I'm tired of Fat Mike preaching to everybody.
Yeah.
You've got that side of it, yeah. But on the same side, you could turn around and say that they haven't. Some people say, "Oh, NoFX, they haven't changed their style since the '90s and all that." And it's like, well, no, to a certain degree, that's fucking good, because the people who like NoFX want to hear NoFX, and they know that if they step out the box for a second, it might not go according to plan. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, Fat Mike likes a certain way of doing things, and that's the way he likes to do it. But Bad Religion.
You know what, man? They're too political for me.
Yeah.
Guttermouth.
I fucking like Guttermouth. Cool band.
Fucking brilliant. Vandals.
Oh, dude. Way up at the top of my favorite band.
Do you know what I mean?
I didn't know Vandals. I knew until you like. So he started playing like a shit ton of Vandals music and shit.
I'm wearing a Vandals watch.
Awesome. That dude can write songs. Fucking that Dave Quackerbush. As much as his name sounds made up, right?
What's the name?
That dude, that he can fucking write some songs. That dude's some of his lyrics and some of his songs, they've got that funny element to it and that real fun sound, as well as being a fast punk band. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking brilliant. But
And a lot of those songs that the Vandals write, like, unless you really sit down and listen to what he's saying, it's not funny until you're like, oh shit, this is like secretly the most clever, funny shit I've ever heard. But
Exactly.
it doesn't like, it's not like telling a knock-knock joke or something.
No.
It doesn't right off, but when you start to listen to really what he's saying, you're like, this is really funny shit, man.
yeah, and he's clever with it. It's like people that the Vandals are like the '60s Batman. If you get it and you watch it and you understand it and you don't go, oh, that's stupid or that's bams, kapows, but you take it for what it is and how it was written at that era of time, it's amazingly done. It's a clever. They sneak jokes past you. They've got adult jokes put in there, and the Vandals are the same. If you don't listen to it properly, and like you said, you then understand how clever this guy is at writing and getting his point across, and in a really fucking funny way. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking awesome.
That's what I appreciate for. That's the whole fucking point with it.
And I don't think it's Quackenbush on that, but I have listened to that record thousands of times, and it's like, it's just the weird, quirky nature of a lot of the songs on When in Rome Do As the Vandals, man. It's my favorite. So fucking weird. Like, they have the song Mohawk Town.
Mohawk Town's fucking brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. It's just fucking, it's funny in the kind of way that you just, I can't even fucking explain it, man. I hope that one day I can write a fucking song like Mohawk Town that's just so fucking clever and funny that I don't know. I don't know where I'm fucking going, but that's...
It's like on Hitler's Bad, Vandals Good. I got an idea for a movie, and he runs through his ideas of you know, I mean, the kid that can only thing so high off the floor and stuff like that, but he doesn't tell you that joke until later on in the song. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking, they're so cleverly done. He's a fantastic writer, music-wise. Do you know what I mean? It's...
Yeah, 100%, man.
And plus they got Josh Freese as well. And when you've got Josh Freese, you can't argue with that shit. That dude is fucking amazing.
That dude plays with whoever he wants to play with.
Yep.
Fucking Perfect Circle. Like, that dude's in every band.
Yeah, he did play Circle Jerks as well for a little while.
I think he did. I think he did.
Yeah. Perfect Circle as well.
Yeah, dude's fucking amazing. One of my favourite drummers of all time. Dude's fucking badass.
Obviously, Perfect Circle is with the guy from. What is his other band?
I don't know what you're talking
Circle,
about.
the guy from Perfect Circle. Is
Yeah,
band,
you've lost me now. You've lost everybody. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so right, what's the time now?
Signing off time, by the looks.
Right, we're gonna have to sign off and leave you guys. I mean, what time is it to you over there?
3:30.
3:30. So that must be
about 11.
About 11
time. Yeah.
Something like that.
Must be about that. Yeah.
It is
8:25. What time is it, guys?
8:25.
I thought we were further ahead of you. No,
Yeah, me too.
It's only 8:25 here. You know what I mean?
Not bad.
Oh, no, it is.
So, we'd like to thank the fucking hell out of you guys for doing this for us. And we shall see you next year. Because we've got big plans. We've got big plans. I've been talking to these guys and I stalk them. I stalk them. That's it. That's what I do.
No, but your plans are big plans.
Yeah, I've got big plans. Big plans. That's what they always say. You know that guy Jay? Big plans. That's what they always say about
Big Plan Jay. They call him Big Plan Jay. Look at his trousers. Big Plan Jay.
No, we've got a big plan. Yeah.
Big old Plan Jay.
So yeah, we'd like to thank the fucking hell out of you guys for coming on and doing this fucking for us. It was fucking brilliant. Thanks for the songs and shit. It was great to actually get a fucking chance to actually talk to you face to face and just rabble nonsense about stuff. Do you know what I mean? Before we go, quickly, right? Do you have beans on toast over in your country? Do you like beans on toast?
Fucking here we go.
Do you like beans on toast?
Pork and beans.
Or is that a real English thing? Baked beans on toast.
I've had like beans get on bread, but not necessarily toast.
Yeah. This is English as you get, right? When you finish this, make yourself some toast, some baked beans,
cheese,
and then grate cheese on the top of that shit, right?
I could do that.
Try it.
That's an English thing.
As soon as the toast pops, ask for John.
Yeah. Honestly, God, that's what you got to do. Get yourself some beans on toast with cheese on it. That is as English as you go. It's up there with fish and chips and a crumpet.
Yeah. Or a fried breakfast with eggs and bacon.
Why do you guys call French fries chips?
Yeah.
No,
It's different.
they're not fucking French.
But that's the thing.
Fries are the thin ones. French fries are long,
The thin ones, yeah.
thin like McDonald's thin
You guys
fries.
call chips crisps.
Chips is a proper.
You don't call it
Fries.
biscuits and gravy. That's weird. It's not biscuits.
Like
Biscuits
fries
is
is like chips are like potato chips, like a proper chip from the chip shop.
Yeah.
Man.
Where you...
Come over here, we'll show you what we mean.
Yeah. Well, we'll
We'll show you what we
what
mean,
you
man.
call chips, we call crisps.
Yeah.
It's a pack
What's
of
that?
crisps.
Like a crisp.
What you call chips, we call crisps. It's
Yeah.
a pack of
Right.
crisps. Yeah.
Okay.
You want chips, like your fries is like the little thin ones. You want chip shop chips.
I think he's a real
Man,
French
come
fry.
with us, we're going to show you a fucking surprise.
When you come over next year, the first port of
Wait
call
till you
is
see what we see.
British fish and chip shop for you guys.
Go north east, where you go, Whitby?
And you'll fucking hate it.
No, if we take them to the north east of England, they're going to fucking love it.
No, they won't.
Yeah, so when you come over here, because I've got some tea for your good wife that I want to send over as well. Do you know what I mean? So you get yourself some good British tea down here. Some Yorkshire
Yorkshire gold tea.
So
And you want a breakfast? You're going to have a fried egg, bacon, black pudding, mushrooms. You're going to have the lot. Man,
the whole
That's-
English experience. Do you know
You're
what I
going
mean?
to have the fucking works, dude.
Right,
You're
go
talking
on.
shit now.
Why did
Right,
you say
Sign
so
it
we're
off.
going to say goodbye to you motherfuckers.
Listen to
Say
more.
thank you very much for
Listen
talking to
more-
us.
Listen to Murder Junkies.
Yes,
Murder
Murder Junkies, I
Junkies.
have done. Fucking awesome.
G's
On,
Allen.
on your request. So,
G's Allen and Murder Junkies.
take it easy, dudes. We'll speak to y'all soon.